No, Walkie, go back! Go back! Oh, dear me. Good evening, everyone.
Well, that's a start.
Welcome to the Scratching Post. We scratched that game again. Of course, it's Saturday, 6:30, and as you all know, that's the time when I get my good friends together. We make silly voices while playing some Ace Attorney.
Yes!
Christ.
Ow, my ears!
Ow. Hi, Weird.
I'm so excited!
Yeah, I could tell. You're very excited. Very excited. Almost.
What you wanted enthusiasm?
I mean, enthusiasm was good, but still.
I would like to hear eardrums, please.
Yeah, I'm already deaf in my left ear. I'd hate to go deaf in my right ear as well. So of course, I'm joined here by my normal cast of friends, sans Divot, of course. I'm joined by Burr.
Yeah.
Drifting.
I got a shiny Rapidash, so my day is perfect. Thank you.
Lemming.
Hey, man!
Shadow.
Hello?
Hello.
Kay.
He doesn't even go here.
And our special guest for this case, WeirdFTW.
He doesn't even have his silly straw.
Oh dear! Yeah, see, man.
What is happening? What did I miss?
This is the beginning of Silly Voices.
Made
So
it weird.
I was joking about Walkie. Here.
at the risk of the insanity just beginning, I'm just going to continue and get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember we just had a big reveal about who Shana was.
We did, yes. Yeah,
We had to end.
that's what we had to end. Yeah, but we're back. We're about to kind of, hopefully, with a bit of luck, we might get it done today with a bit of luck.
Damn you, quackers.
If not, it'll be next week. If not, most likely it'll be next week. So it's been good. So yeah, let's Sheena's rebuttal.
In my eyes, all you've proved is that the rotating fireplace wall was used. You can't really call that proof of the Yatagarasu used the fireplace, can you? So then who was it that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we've already finished our very thorough investigation. And we found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Koch's office. And there you have it, my counter-argument.
So yes, audience, this is the beginning of this game as we are. That's a great bop. The game soundtrack is really good. All the game soundtracks are really good. I've got them on iTunes. How? Don't ask me. But magic.
That's really good. That's really good emoji. I love it.
Also, yeah, I want that face. I want Edward's face. That face. I want that to be an emoji.
Print screen.
I'll give you a better one. I got you.
Load up.
Just, I got you,
I
fam.
got you a better one. I can get you in HD.
Get an HD high def. Anyway, yes. So I think the tab button is my select. I've never done that before. Well, that's new. Well, regardless, yeah, Sheena has revealed that she may be Callisto Yu, which was very likely. Anyway, I'm gonna carry on. That's very impressive. She has seen through. She has seen through to the fact that I have yet to gather that one piece of evidence. Ooh.
There you go.
What is it, Kay? What?
I said there you go, HD. I put it in the chat.
Thank you.
Ooh. I haven't heard a peep out of you in quite a while now.
If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave it to the rest. Feel free to leave. Can I do that again, please? I can.
Yes.
Take two.
If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave the rest of it to us. Fuck this line.
Is your tongue...
Please.
Do you want to take 3 or do you want to move on?
Francesca's not...
Do you want me to do it?
No,
Do you want me to do it in your voice?
I think it doesn't help that the stream that we're looking at is quite bright, and the letters are kind of phasing into.
Oh, let me see if I can fix that, yo.
Yo,
I can still give it a go if you want.
it's fine.
If you don't
My
think
God.
you can
Shadow
handle
is protective over her, Francesca. Okay, just leave it.
Okay.
How's that? How's that? Is that better?
I know.
That's
I know.
much better.
yes.
Thank
That's
you.
much better.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
Wonderful.
That's improved.
I just turned off HDR. If the stream can see that and see that it's looking a bit weird, do let me know. But I was looking fine on my end for you.
No, it looks
Stream
fine.
is
in the
fine
stream.
as well.
It looks immaculate.
Right.
You fixed it. It's been like that the entire time, and now it's fixed.
Yeah, now it's
Finally.
fixed.
Yes.
Oh
Thank you.
Oh. But I.
Okay, pull yourself together. You are the true heir to the Yatagaratsu name, are you not? If you want to steal the truth, then you must never take your eyes off of it. This chase you're running to catch, the truth, you must see it through to the very end.
Mr. Edgeworth. You're right. I will see this through to the end. So, you go get her for me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yo!
With pleasure.
Looks like a lack of evidence has left you wide open, doesn't it?
Who's doing Lang?
Oh, yeah, that was me. Sheena, please, show me you're someone I can trust.
Don't worry. This will be the deciding match. You'll see.
I'm truly sorry, Agent Lang, but I simply can't allow her to escape me again. Very well then, Agent Sheena. Shall we begin? Sorry.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I don't know why the tab button has suddenly decided to change to be my select button, but yeah, go on.
Okay. I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go!
Rebuttal.
Sheena's rebuttal.
Standard maneuver. Let's just press everything.
Press all the stuff.
Hold it! It sounds to me like you're saying my explanation is not good enough.
Who's gumshoe?
Got me?
Why don't you when I'm chewing? But I was able to go through the revolving door myself. So that should be proof enough, even for you, pal.
I hope you didn't drop your only Swiss roll living.
No, I'm eating mini Reese's peanut butter cups.
Ooh.
Buddy games. Are we blessed by Nico? Or, well,
Good evening, buddy games.
Good evening, Buddy Games.
Bloody games!
Welcome to
The
the
soundtrack is Super Bob.
Hey,
Yeah.
Nico. Oh well, Nico, you get to see exactly what we do here at Saturday Night Silly Voices.
Hell yeah.
Currently listening to people talking to
You know
themselves.
what? I'm gonna change this because this is gonna be really annoying. I don't know why suddenly my DS's decided to start responding to my tab button. Shifty I.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what tab button? There's no such thing.
Give it a second.
This is totally legitimate,
fine,
guys.
it's fine. We're just having some technical
Shush.
difficulties.
Everyone do elevator music.
How many elevators are there in this building?
Yes. There are however many are needed.
At least
Alright.
7 by the looks of it.
It looks like you don't quite understand. But by your looks, I can guess you're not all that learned.
Yeah. Talk about rude. You should watch what you say, pal.
Sadly, I can't say I disagree with her on that one.
Yow!
Edgeworth, why are you like this?
Why are you so mean?
But you know what I mean, right? You
So-
may have proven that the fireplace was used.
So it's gonna be the Game Blast crew plus some people from tonight. But it's mostly gonna be the Game Blast peeps with a couple of people kind of sprinkled in. It's for flavor. Alright. Let's keep it up. Let's keep pressing. Hold it! So you want proof that the Yatagarasu was the one who used the fireplace?
That's right. Well, do you have any?
Ah,
Can you prove that it wasn't the Yatagarasu who used the fireplace? I don't need to prove anything to you. Objection!
hold it! Kay, if you could please not steal my line.
Aw.
Sorry, but I just couldn't hold it in anymore.
It just had to steal something.
Yeah, and she's been doing it more often though, so.
Well, don't fret and leave her to me. All you have to do is sit back and watch.
You may seem to have some wiggle room, but without any evidence, it's meaningless.
Hold it! It's possible that the Yatagarasu left fingerprints inside the fireplace.
Sorry, but I had the forensics team check already. All they found were prints belonging to Ambassador Paleno and Mr. Cochin.
Curses! I should have known better than to think the Yatagarasu would have been so careless. But there must be some sort of evidence that we still have yet to find.
I take it you have no further objections.
Many.
I suspect this is one of the like testimonies where you have to press everything and then someone's like, "Hey, I have more evidence," but I don't know. I don't remember if that happens.
Hold it! So, Interpol has finished examining the entire Babalese embassy?
Yes, the investigators who weren't allowed into Alabast were incredibly helpful. They all put in great efforts to search for any sign of the Yatagarasu.
Objection! And yet, despite all that effort, it appears that they failed to notice the lack of ash in the office fireplace. Furthermore, you were the one who inspected the room next to Mr. Cochin, correct?
I didn't notice the ash there from the fireplace of that room, and for that, I am sorry.
You will be.
You don't need to apologize, Sheena. As your boss, your mistakes are my mistakes. So allow me to apologize for you. I'm sorry.
You know, maybe this guy's not such a bad guy after all. I love Lang.
He
Yeah,
apologizes for his subordinates and everything. What a great boss!
he's doing his best.
And that sounded almost like I Love Lamb.
Are you saying that I don't do anything for my own subordinates?
Aside from pay cuts, you mean?
No, nothing of the sort, sir. You're someone I really respect, sir, even if you're a bit too strict sometimes.
That is only a problem on your end.
At the next payment review, I'll show you what I do to my subordinates.
Way to be super hard on him in response.
Am I really too strict on everyone?
Yes.
Subordinate, stop being subordinate. Stop being strict to your own subordinate.
Anyway, Sheena, you didn't find anything in Mr. Cochin's office, right?
That's right. We finished our investigation.
Last statement. Hold it! So you really didn't find anything?
Yes, as I said, not one suspicious thing. Although, as you already know, we did find the Yadgarasu's key in the document detailing the smuggling operation. But we still haven't found the blade that belongs to the Babalese knife handle yet.
Ha! You see, my subordinates worked hard to investigate everything. So there was nothing left else to find, alright? Wow! Agent Lags really sticks up for his people. Oh god. Lagsy says, all men are brothers.
Himself.
Yep. And friends become family. So you see, my people are my family. And their families are my family too.
That's a rather large family you have there.
Yes, but as we all know, there is always one black sheep in any family. And though it pains me, Agent Lang, you will know the black sheep in your family.
So, do you actually have any proof that the Yadgarasu used the fireplace passageway?
No, I haven't found any yet. Yes?
I was just like, no, not really, no.
Then what are we going to do?
There's no need to worry, because there is a loophole in Miss Interpol Agent's argument we can exploit first. One in charge of the Babalese investigation was not Agent Lang, which means that with Agent Sheena in charge, it's possible she may have tampered with the evidence. That piece of evidence that we found, if there's one thing I do know, it is that someone tried to hide it from us.
Alright, so let's look at what we've got.
Let's look at what we got.
What was hiding?
I think I've refined the.
Oh, the wire!
The wire! We found it in the clock, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Good length of
honestly.
wire wrapped up inside. In my eyes, all you
I do not remember, but...
All I've been doing
My
is
memory
making the
is
Miles
trash,
Edgeworth
okay?
emote head, which I put
I have noticed that. That's just like, that's horrifying.
It is terrifying.
yeah. Well, you asked for it. There you go.
Let's do it.
Do you want to make a confident save, Evac? Or...
Confidence save. Great idea, Shadow. That's such a great idea. Isn't that a great idea, everyone?
That's such a tremendous.
Confidence.
Does this mean he's just saving the game? Is this
Yeah.
Yeah, confidence. Confidence save.
Yes,
Confidence save.
Save the game. That we'd all do that.
Yeah. Just save the game and
I
just,
should
you know,
do-
just because we're so confident that we got the right answer, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
What could ever go wrong?
Everything.
Possibly go wrong.
Everything.
Objection!
Ooh, the music stopped.
While you say that you and your agents have finished your thorough investigation, are you absolutely certain that you didn't overlook anything?
Well, aren't we full of ourselves standing here insulting Interpol agents?
You better not be insinuating that my men are incompetent, Mr. Prosecutor.
I'd never do that. However, it doesn't change the fact that they did overlook something. I'd like for you to take a look at this length of wire.
And what exactly is this supposed to mean?
A length of wire? So what about it?
I'll tell you what. We found this in the Babalese embassy not long ago.
What?
And we found it wound up inside the grandfather clock in Mr. Cochin's office.
You found that at the scene of Mr. Koshin's murder?
Uh-oh.
But this wire wasn't all we found. We found one other very important thing.
There's more?
But wait.
In Mr. Cochin's office, there were signs that someone had burned counterfeit bills there.
What in the...
Yeah! Point.
Hold it. That evidence was something you found through that girl's machine, right? And so what if it was? Ah, that's what I thought.
Welcome to K-Talks to themselves.
But unfortunately for you, a recreation made by a machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the ashes you found in the room, did you happen to find any counterfeit bills?
No.
You see, so there was nothing in that office, nothing you can call evidence anyway.
Objection! I'm sorry, but I seem to have given you the wrong impression.
How so?
I don't recall saying that I was presenting evidence of any sort. But rather I was pointing out that your investigation was incomplete, and that this throws doubt on the purity of your investigation into the Yatagarasu.
You still suspect me, I see. Alright then, I ask that you point out which part of my investigation is incomplete.
The other Interpol agents worked under the command of Agent Sheena, and it is not possible that the reason the person K was chasing chose the 3rd floor was because that person knew there would be no other agents on that floor. Furthermore, we've come to see that Agent Sheena was only pretending to be investigating the Yatagarasu to the point of arresting K. In that case, there's one location that no one has yet to inspect. Your team's investigation was incomplete because they failed to inspect this location.
The other room.
Take that! The location Agent Sheena is, of course, the room you claim to have examined. I believe the room next to Mr. Cochin's office warrants a thorough inspection.
Even if you do that, I doubt you'll find anything of use to you there.
Oh, whoa, I wonder why that is then.
I will be the one to decide that. Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir. I'm on it. I'll be right back after I check out the room next to the office.
There he goes.
Here I go.
And he's off.
Gotta go fast.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! Do you really think that Miss Sheena is the Yatagarasu?
Yes, if my logic is sound, I believe she is.
Then I'm not gonna let her get away with ruining the name of the Yatagarasu.
But can you prove she's the Yatagarasu is the question.
If Detective Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping he will find, then I should be able to.
I'm on it, sir.
And what are you hoping he'll find?
Let's just say this. I had Detective Gumshoe do a little experiment for me earlier.
An experiment? As if that detective has the brains for high science.
It wasn't that mentally taxing. I had him use the same escape route as the Yatagarasu.
And what did you find out by doing that?
First, that it's possible for a person to fit through the revolving wall door. Second, that by going through here, or through there I should say, his coat was covered in ash and Bubbly's ink.
Who cares what his coat was covered in? It's not worth that much anyway.
Ah, but is it really worth so little? I believe that it's actually quite a meaningful result, the value of which I'm about to prove.
Mr. Edgeworth, I found some things you really need to see, sir.
Oh, so what are these things that you found?
Some makeup, a coat, and a pair of shoes, sir.
Oh, well.
Wow.
You found a coat? Hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's the one the person I was chasing was wearing.
Yes, the possibility does exist. Agent Sheena, were these pieces of evidence not in that room when you examined it?
Unfortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort. They all belong to me. They were getting in the way, so I stored them in that room.
Oh!
Thank you for bringing them to me. It saves me a trip. May I have them back now?
Hold it! These items that the detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request that we be allowed to examine them.
Hold it. They're my personal belongings, so you've no right to touch them without my permission.
Objection! I wish to examine them for the sake of the investigation. But if you wish to deny us access to them, Agent Lang, let's hear your opinion on this.
I say, let them look at your stuff, Sheena.
Lane!
Sheena, let's put it all out in the open. If you're really innocent, then you have nothing to worry about, right?
I guess so. Alright, go ahead and examine whatever you'd like. After all, I have nothing to hide.
Good. Now let us begin. So, which of
Accept your guilt.
Agent Sheena's belongings are you going to examine? Oh, that's Gumshoe.
So when
That's me, sir.
I would
So
say.
which,
Oh, go on. Sorry.
yeah,
so which of Agent Sheena's belongings are you going to examine, sir?
Come on, it's the coat we're going to look at, surely.
Yeah.
Obviously.
also whenever they were saying hold it, I was imagining like, this is my coat, I'll hold it. No, this is evidence, I'll hold it.
Yeah. You, this coach,
Hold it! Let's examine the coat.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It appears you managed to stain your coat rather badly. Agent Sheena. Yatagaratsu, that Kei saw was wearing a coat. And I'm beginning to wonder if this stain wasn't created when you went through the fireplace.
No, you have it wrong. That soot was probably got on my coat when I was helping the police put out the fire.
What about this dark substance around the hem of your coat?
Oh, I didn't realize the hem was that dirty.
But that's
So it's just some water mixing with soot from when I was helping with the fire.
That's not how that works.
that's not where this coat should be dirty though. It should be dirty on the entire side if she was crawling through the fireplace.
I don't think so. You think you can get away with such a transparent lie?
Yeah. Don't lie to us, pal.
Hold that thought, Gumshoe. I need to check on something. Larry, are you alright?
yes, I'm here. I mean,
Still drowning.
don't worry, I'm waiting patiently for my moment. It's coming.
This is the same pattern of dirt I got in my coat when I went through the fireplace.
Hold it. Your words ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know.
Evidence, I'm wearing it.
So unless you can prove the dirt on my coat is from the fireplace.
Which I can.
Set it on fire.
What? How?
Sets Agent Sheena on fire.
You did a great wow. You did a great job, Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah,
Huh?
if she burns green, she's a witch.
Lisa? What did I do?
This coat. This is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for. I'd been hoping to find the coat that the person Kay saw was wearing. And thanks to you, we proved that going through the fireplace would sully a coat.
I don't quite get what you're saying, but I'm happy for the praise, sir. Remember that in my performance review.
All that remains is for us to show what the dark substance on the coat hem is.
Oh? And you think you can do that?
Of course I can. This is the dark substance that sullied the hem of this coat, which of course is the ink.
It's pink.
Bubbly's ink?
Yes, this is what will prove that the coat went through that fireplace. According to Ambassador Paleno, he burned some files in the fireplace this morning.
You told us about that already, so I don't really see the point in mentioning it again.
My point is that he spilled some ink onto the back wall of the fireplace at that time. If the dark substance on this coat turned out to be Babyliss ink, it would prove that you and this coat went through the revolving fireplace wall. Sorry to have clipped one of your wings, Yatagaratsu, but we're not finished yet.
But you have no way of proving whether or not this is Babyliss ink on the coat hem.
Oh, but I do, and I intend to show it is ink in a few seconds.
How?
Acid.
How, you ask? Well, since you don't seem to know, allow me to show you. This is how I prove the dark substance on the coat is Babyliss ink. Burn the coat!
Burn the witch!
I'm gonna go in the water right now.
We can find out whether that is Babyliss ink or not by lighting it on fire.
That's how you're gonna prove that it's Babyliss ink?
Yes. If you could please cut a section of the dark stained area for me, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, thank God. I thought we were going to burn the whole thing. And I was like, wait, no, this is not a good idea.
I was hoping you would burn the whole thing with shit. I know my coat! My second best coat!
No, with her in it.
Because I will show you here and now what the dark substance is.
Sheena, starting to do this, but I'm gonna have to cut off a bit of your coat.
Go ahead. I wasn't planning on wearing it anymore anyway.
Now then, if someone could loan me a lighter or something.
Oh, I got the matches! I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs!
Then, if I
Hilarious, like, they can't burn me because I'm underwater.
Yeah. I was trying to say I've got a lighter. I'm underwater.
the hand reaches up with a lighter.
Yes.
Then, if I could please have 1K, we can get this experiment underway.
That flame, the flame.
It's the same color as the flames with
What?
crystal oil produces. Which means...
Babyliss ink is a product of wet crystal oil, and when lit, the ink produces a green flame. Huh. I believe the time has come to clip the Yatagaratsu's other wing.
Miss Sheena, you're the fake Yatagarasu! The one who killed my father!
It's about time you came clean, Agent Sheena. Or should I say, Callisto you?
My name is Kay Faraday. You killed
Hey!
my father. Prepare to die.
Mr. Prosecutor, you're not serious, are you?
Do
Oh,
I
I'm
look?
very serious.
Do I look like the joking type to you?
Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah,
That reference is always funny.
Yes.
Callisto, you? I've never heard that name before in my life.
That manner of speaking and that attitude. You haven't changed a bit in 7 years.
That's kind of a compliment, though.
You're the defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday, and then tried to frame me for it.
Really? And you have proof? You insist that I'm this Callisto you woman, but you can't prove it. If you have no proof, then I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me.
Objection! The raven is a very unique bird, one that flies by the darkness of night. However, what was that?
I said, does it? I don't think crows fly at night.
They don't.
They don't.
They're diurnal birds, but
Yeah.
let's go with it.
Edgeworth's being poetic.
Edgeworth might be a good prosecutor, but he knows shit about birds.
However, the light of dawn has arrived, and it will reveal your true ugly form to the world.
Hey, ravens are very pretty birds.
Well, not this one.
Have poetry. I want to see some evidence.
Quote is the raven. Fuck you, Callisto Junior.
Oh my god.
Do you really have something that can prove she's Callisto you?
I do. It's something that the second Yatagarasu has preserved for us these last 7 years.
Give me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth.
I will, Kay. We have finally come to the end. We'll prove her to be Callisto you with this and clip this Yatagarasu's wing for good. The perfume. Take that! This perfume. This will prove to you to be Callisto you. As in you, not Callisto.
We got the concept.
We get you, Mr. Edgeworth.
It will?
Kay has preserved it perfectly for us. Surely you remember this bottle? This belonged to Miss Yu just before she disappeared 7 years ago. Naturally, this means that a few of her fingerprints are here as well.
This is that bottle of perfume you spilled, which I have preserved ever since. I heard from my father, Bert Faraday, that if stored in the right conditions, the fingerprint can be preserved for decades.
That is true.
Which means that your fingerprints are still on here, every last one!
We can clear everything up if we were to compare the prints on this to your own. Now come, Agent Sheena. Will you submit yourself to a fingerprint test?
Huh?
Oh no!
Jesus.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
I told you Christoph had a
Really,
rival.
She's lost it!
Please just follow this up by saying, "No."
It looks like you've seen through me yet again. You're sending the biggest chill down my spine, Edgeworth.
Callisto you.
Body aching all the time.
So you've shown your true face at last.
This feeling of thrill. Even greater than that time, years ago.
Sheena, you're...
Lang, I really enjoyed our days together. You're an insanely strong, nice, kind-hearted idiot of a man.
Oh.
So you're a spy all along. A mole sent by the smuggling ring I've been chasing after.
She is the smuggling ring, idiot.
Shh. Someone who'd been feeding them intel on Interpol all this time.
Very good. Maybe you're not as big of an idiot as I thought. Callisto you! The woman who killed my father 7 years ago! You're her, aren't you? A fake Yatagarasu! That's right, Callisto you. That's just one of my many names. But even that is just a facade. It's got the nice fancy C.
Yeah, the Sedula.
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the great thief Yatagarasu.
Now we just have the big hold it or objection like font on the screen. It's just bullshit.
Callisto you. This
Can make that.
time you won't escape, for this is the end of the road for you. Now come along quietly.
You know, you're the one who left the strongest impression on me, Kay Faraday. And had you not used the Yatagarasu's gadgets, I might have never known who you were. But here you are, being a thorn in my side, just like your father always was.
Kay, don't!
I'll never forgive you for what you did to my father!
Uh-oh.
It's not even you, it's more like you.
You really are just like him. Mr. Faraday, too, possessed such laughable honesty.
Oh no!
No.
Kay!
I had a feeling this might happen.
Look out! She's got a derringer. Ah! You let Kay go right now, pal.
You despicable.
Let go of me! You filthy... Ugh! You think I'm a fake, don't you? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm the real Yatagarasu. But that's impossible! My father was the one who created Little Thief. Hey, Edgeworth. The Yatagarasu has 3 legs. Do you know why that is?
Why, it has 3 legs.
3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system.
No, it can't be.
You finally figured it out? Do you finally know the real identity of the Yatagarasu?
The real identity of the Yatagarasu is neither person.
It's Detective Bad.
The real identity of the Yatagarasu is neither Byrne Faraday nor Callisto Yu, but by the same token, they are also both the real Yatagarasu.
How very perceptive of you. No way!
A single person known as the Great Yatagarasu never existed.
Mr. Edgeworth! No! I refuse to believe this!
The Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills. Skill number 1. The Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. And a lawyer would have the opportunity to learn the layout of a client's corporations. Skill number 2. The Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. And a good prosecutor would be well versed in ways of a criminal.
And skill number 3. Oh no, I think that's drifting actually.
Yeah, drifting.
And skill number 3. The Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind. Ever.
Yo! Yo!
Detective Bad!
It was only natural for the Yatagarasu to never leave evidence behind. Because the lead detective on the case hid it all away.
You're the 3rd member of the Yatagarasu?
You. I've been looking for you for a long time. 7 long years, but I finally got you.
Why, Mr. Bad? Long time no see. What happened to us? We used to be such a great team. If you were such a great team, then why did you kill my father 7 years ago? Why indeed? It was nothing personal, really. He was just another person I had to kill. How can you say that? I grow weary of this, and it's about time for everything to come to an end. And this time, I won't miss.
Stop!
Yeah.
Kay!
It's over, Sheena.
Your leg!
Dang.
Oh, dang.
Agent Lang!
He's badass.
He
Oh.
is. You idiot! What were you thinking, jumping in front of my gun like that? What are you risking your life for?
I'm sorry, Detective Bad, but no matter what sort of past she might have had, or even if she is a spy, it doesn't change the fact that she is my subordinate. And as long as she is, I can't allow any harm to come to her, not even you.
You really are an idiot. You know that?
Ha! That's fine with me. You should know by now that this is just how I am. Hey, sis.
Yes?
I want you to conduct a full body search. Sheena might have another weapon on her.
Alright. Detective Gumshoe, your assistance, please.
Sir! Hey, I found something!
Yeah,
What
the
is this,
blade.
sir? It looks like the blade of a knife, but it doesn't have a handle.
It's the missing knife!
This is a great find, detective.
Huh? It is, sir.
Let's try pairing up this blade with this handle.
We have a handle. It was on the previous screen, yeah.
You could say we have a handle on the situation.
I am tempted to deduct your salary even lower just for that pun.
Oh, come on, Mr. Edgeworth, that was a good one.
Yeah!
I believe this blade actually belongs with the handle that was on the murder weapon.
Hey, they fit together perfectly.
This blade must have been taken from the crime scene when the knife handles were switched.
I'm gonna go return this Babyliss knife now.
All right. I trust that you'll make sure that it is returned to Ambassador Paleno.
And securely, please.
Babyliss knife handle to give him to Detective Gumshoe.
I don't run with it, Gumshoe.
I believe this makes it perfectly clear who did it, Callisto you. For the only time the handles could have been switched is just after Mr. Cochin's murder.
Hey, Gumshoe, what have you got? A knife? No!
No!
A knife. I got this knife that Mr. Edgeworth gave me.
No! Put it down!
Oh my god, why does he have a knife?
Which means that you must be Mr. Cochin's killer.
Dun, dun, dun.
You killed Mr. Cochin with the Alabestian knife. Switched the handles, and then took the original blade of the Babyliss knife with you.
He just saw the knife and went, oh god, and fell.
A knife! Oh.
Later, you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kay near the open-air stage. You used the fireplace to lose her, and then you went back to accuse her of the murder. Does that about sum it up?
Objection! You craft an engaging tale, Edgeworth, but there are two problems with it.
Problems? In what respect?
Why do you think my real reason was in allowing her to chase after me? It was also I could capture Kay Faraday. What? When I saw you using that device at Gatewaterland, I knew right away that you were Burnt Faraday's daughter.
A loose end.
I became curious, so I researched a little into your background. That's how I found out that you were on the trail of Yatagarasu. So that's why you tried to pin Mr. Cochin's murder on me. Yes, I knew you would show up at this embassy tonight. So I thought to use you, but pinning my murder on you wasn't the only goal. You had another? Yes. Once I had you under arrest, I had planned to search you. And take back the device that rightly belongs to me. The true Yatagarasu. You were going to take Little Thief away from me? 7 years ago, it was thanks to that device that Faraday was able to infiltrate this place. And then he stole more than he should have. I had a tough time recovering that precious key.
Then, the person who stole the Yatagaratsu's key was Mr. Faraday?
Yeah, that incident 7 years ago. What was the catalyst behind it?
In the eyes of the smuggling ring, the Yatagarasu was becoming a bit of a problem. It wasn't an especially pleasant assignment.
Then why? Why did you become a member of the Yatagarasu?
Why? There is no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning.
From the beginning? What is that supposed to mean?
The person I take orders from hasn't changed, even now, to this day.
It yourself.
Does this mean that the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Cochin? Then the real ringleader is still out there pulling the strings.
It's Larry.
Oh no, it's Larry! Yeah, the guy who can't tell the guy who could barely keep his life together is the guy behind the smuggling ring.
Yes.
Or it's the clever.
Perfect cover.
Oh.
Yeah. He just hadn't the heart to say no.
It's all
He's
a
not
front.
saying much, he's drowning.
I mean, a pretty lady approached me and said that she wants me to be a leader of a smuggling ring. How was I to say no?
Are you done asking what you need to know? Because if so, we should probably get going. And you're gonna tell me everything you did tonight. Do you understand, Sheena?
I guess I should tell you then that I was the one who set the Bubbly's embassy on fire.
This smile is really off-putting.
And why did you do that?
Wait 1 second. I suppose it was to destroy all evidence of the counterfeit bills.
That was what the smuggling ring was trying to do. But then why start 2 fires?
Sorry, but I can't tell you anything about the ring. It's your job to complete your investigation, after all. I've had my fun. Now it's your turn to enjoy the ride. Wait! Miss Sheena! Yes? When I fell to the floor earlier, these fell at my feet. What about them? They're such pretty hair sticks that I thought, well, then I should return them to you.
Huh?
You can have them. They're no use to me. They're no use to me. They're of no use to me anymore. If you don't want them, you can always just throw them away.
Sus.
No, I want to keep them. Sue yourself. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot, Edgeworth. About the second problem I had with your story. I didn't kill anyone tonight.
What?
I'm not saying that as a sore loser. Think of it as a hint, if you will.
Mr. Prosecutor,
Yes, Agent Lang.
mark my words. I'm not done here, and I'll be back. It's got nothing to do with Judy or anything, because this has become my personal case.
Didn't he get shot in the leg?
I may have been shot, but I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be.
His anger appears to have negated the sensation of pain in his injured leg.
What pain?
Adrenaline.
Yeah,
I love him.
Yeah, I did notice in his animation he was limping
Aw.
a little bit. Thank you.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
It's
No one needs to know that.
it's finally over.
know that.
But also, I feel like you all must know it was probably me, wasn't it?
It's finally over, Kay.
I feel like I've peered into her heart a little, you know? And it's so cold and dark and incredibly lonely.
You know, because she doesn't have a heart.
The person who was giving her all these commands, the one who thought my father was a problem to be removed.
That person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling ring.
Mr. Edgeworth, I have a favor to ask you. Can you hold on to these hair sticks for me? They're really pretty, just like the ones they were selling for the Gem and Ninja show.
What's on the end of them?
Good question.
But until this case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome.
I understand. I'll take good care of them for you. There's a bit of soil stuck on the ends of these sticks.
There you go.
Wait a minute. I've seen those before.
You've seen them before.
Oh, I
Go
guess
to the-
it's
go
that
to the
time already,
flowers.
yeah.
Go to the flowers. Look.
You are dead on.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow, you're so good.
That's
I'm
yeah.
impressed.
Holy shit.
That is impressive.
Yeah, as soon as I said soil, I was just like, wait a minute. I've seen flowers growing against like little stalks like that.
Jesus.
Wow.
So it's midnight. The dawn of another day.
Hey, Pops! Thanks a bunch. You really done a lot for everyone all these years.
Detective Bad, don't tell me today is the day.
Yeah, it is. With this, I can retire in peace. It was down to the wire and we almost didn't make it. But we did it. We solved everything. But no, we did not.
But that's
Sir?
just it. We haven't sold everything yet. The ringleader of the smuggling ring. You, the Yatagarasu, were chasing after.
The legend of the Yatagarasu is now over. Mr. Edgeworth, a bit of logic earlier. It was brilliant. I feel like I can leave it all in your hands. I'm counting on you. I like
Is
his
it
theme
really
song.
true, Uncle Bad? Were you also part of the Yatagarasu?
What was that, Drifting?
I like his theme song.
Yeah, Bad's theme is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rocks.
As I said to you earlier, Kay, I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but a peaceful life for you.
Uncle Bad?
I'm sure
Hey! Don't take it so seriously. It's all just one big joke, right? No.
No.
No, it's not.
Unfortunately, it isn't.
Oh, come on, sir. She's just yanking my chain, isn't she, Mr. Edgeworth?
Detective Bad. Wait, no, you are no longer a detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatagarasu.
Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh,
Mr. Edgeworth.
My idol. My
Yeah.
hero. A crook. No.
Mr. Edgeworth, here, I should give these back to you.
That's criminal.
These are the pages from my KG8 case files that the Yatagarasu stole from my office.
Huh? Wait, what?
Mr. Edgeworth, I must apologize for last night.
Oh,
All the way at the beginning of the game.
oh my goodness.
Jesus.
So, the Yatagarasu who stole into my room was you, was it?
wait. Then that means... What? Tell me it's not true. That's too insane for me to believe, sir.
It's true, even if it's not something you want to hear.
Search your feelings, Detective Gumshoe.
The KG8 incident, it was a very emotional, trying case. We stood in that courtroom, Faraday as the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent. Yu was the eldest sister of the victim in the case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail.
Oh.
That's where we realized that there was a limit to what the law could do. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time. That's how we formed the Yadagaratsu, and vowed to bring to light any dirty dealings companies had with the ring, including companies that dealt with the Amano Group.
Mr. Amano's conglomerate? Yes, Drifting?
No, I thought that was my line, sorry. It was not. We call ourselves the Yadagaratsu and flex our collective muscle. We expose all sorts of shady dealings as a warning to the business world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups from covering things up. And then it was finally time. We had finally arrived at the moment when we'd find out the ringleader's true identity. It was then that you literally stabbed us in the heart. And Faraday, he died for it. I'd argue it's stabbed in the back, but whatever.
Also, I like how on this old picture from 7 years ago, or even earlier, Bad has only one hole in his collar.
Yes!
Yeah. But why? Wasn't she the sister of the victim in the KG8 incident?
After Faraday's death, I looked into her past. And that's when I found out that she was a phony. The victim of the KG8 incident, CCU. She never had a sister.
What? Then that means...
Sheena wasn't the only fake name she used. Callista Yu was also another pseudonym. But from the very beginning, that one was a spy sent by the smuggling ring.
Jesus. She said it herself. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning.
Also, thank you, Drifting, for saying the P in pseudonym.
Yes.
It was my best attempt.
No, please. No, honestly, don't. Carry on.
Anyway, let's return to the real topic at hand. Mr. Ashworth, this trump card that we stuck onto this page of the case file. Please use it wisely.
Trump card?
The photo we stuck on there, try peeling it off. Behind it slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday hid away all those years ago.
It's the mark of the Yatagaratsu. But why?
This is a directives card from the big boss. Take a look at the back. This was something Kochin had on him at the time of the KG8 incident 10 years ago. The blood is from the victim of the incident, Mrs. CCU.
But why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatagaratsu?
The reason why we called ourselves the Yadagaratsu was because of the three-legged raven mark that the smuggling ring's boss used. Apparently, orders from the boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order was supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. And apparently, it burns a bright green flame when set ablaze.
Oh.
So you mean the cards were written in Babalese ink?
The fact that the card that Kochin was sent made it into Faraday's hand at all is nothing short of a miracle. We decided that whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it to the police.
So that's what those white cards are.
The great thief that used the mark that only those within the ring would know was our message to the ringleader. That we were only a few steps behind.
A literal trump card.
My goodness.
Just like Apollo Justice.
Yeah.
One more thing, Detective Gumshoe. I'm entrusting this to you.
The lollipop.
Not my
It's
lollipop.
gonna be a lot of
What is this, sir?
This is what I was talking about earlier. During the KG8 incident trial, Faraday had this in his possession. This important, definitive piece of evidence.
But I thought it was stolen. How did you have it?
It was stolen by him.
The person who stole it from us 10 years ago was a man by the name of Ernest Armand.
Whoa.
And he had it locked and hidden away for all this time. But we forced him to tell us where it was finally after the other day's kidnapping case.
Yo!
Wow.
It all ties together.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
It's all clicking into place.
This video. Who wants to try their best at doing a Portsman?
I can try.
Uh,
Don't come any closer. I'm warning you.
what the hell?
This is the same video as the one Mr. Portsman was trying to conceal from me.
Yeah, it would seem that even he was caught up in the ring's web. Amano was preparing to take on the boss someday. And the video was his insurance. That's where that prosecutor comes in. He was to retrieve the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office and steal the trump card. You saw it for yourself, right? The card that told him to preserve the evidence?
Then that card was not the calling card of the Ataguratsu, rather a directives card from the ringleader to Mr. Portsman.
The two pieces together make for a strong weapon for whoever holds them.
The evidence Mr. Portsman thought to withhold from me, and the one that you stole from my office last night. Both pieces are illegal, and for me to use either one is...
Whether you use them or not is up to you. But they will be of help to you when you take on someone who's above them all.
Is the boss one of those who cannot be brought to court that Mr. Faraday spoke of? Detective Bad. There is no limit to the law, for it is the people who determine the limits to them.
You still insist that even that you really are something else? I'll leave the rest in your hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. It's time to lock up the last remaining member of the Yadaratsu. Me, please!
Oh,
The detective's word.
Pops! Why is this happening? This isn't justice!
Like I always told you, do not get emotionally involved. Now let's go.
Yes, sir!
But that's all Gumshoe
Wow,
can
bye.
do. He's a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
is this really the end of a legend? To be continued.
Oh?
We normally take a break at 8 o'clock. I actually think that's a nice place for us to take a quick break now
Yes.
to
Yeah.
kind of absorb all the information we've just been
Holy
given.
shit.
You know,
Not just that, but I need a break.
and yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yeah.
my brain hurts!
Mine too. So don't go anywhere.
Acknowledged.
Don't go anywhere,
That's been a very
chat.
tiring. That's been a very tiring performance.
Commiserate over poor Detective Gumshoe.
Don't go anywhere,
Yes.
chat. We'll be right back. And while the other people are getting drinks and I will go get a drink myself, I want to talk to you about something great, something grand that's coming in the future. And that is Game Blast.
Woo!
Game Blast happening at the end of the month, specifically Friday the 25th to Sunday the 27th of February. And we're going to be raising money for special effect as part of Game Blast. And I'm part of Team Weird Blast, which is headed up by this lovely gentleman, Weird.
Hello. It's me, Mario. Yes, we've already raised £1,000, £1,004, according to the page, and we are aiming to raise 2,500. It's an absurd amount to be going into the Game Blast event. We've still got 2 weeks to go, but you can raise money there at justgiving.com/fundraising/weirdblast22 or that tiny URL link linked in the chat. Either way, if you can make any small amount of donation that you can, it would be extremely appreciated. whether you do or don't, we would also appreciate any shares that you can do to your friends, your family, to anybody you think can assist us in raising money for Special Effect, who makes specialized peripherals for disabled gamers. Please consider making a donation and assisting us in shooting past Pluto.
We're also doing a thing where every £500 you get a special reward from all people involved. That's myself, Weird, Scarfulu, Buddy Games, and Laura Petal. However, every £100 there is a tombola draw, which you'll get a random reward from one of us, and that will be like a stream that one of us has got planned, or something along those lines that we've got planned for the future. So yeah, go give generously.
If you manage to raise, if we get to another £100 point during this stream, for instance, or during any of the streams of our Weird Blast members, that is ourselves, Eback the Cat, and WeirdFTW, as well as Scarfulu, Laura Petal, or Buddy Games, and its members, then we will do a tombola draw live on stream, assuming I'm about. So if we manage to get there today, then I'll crank out the tombola right now, and we'll provide a promise of a stream to do post Game Blast of some varying sort. It's all listed on our various Twitter accounts somewhere. So if you want to see them, either give us a poke or have a little look-see. So yes, please consider giving generously to Special Effect, and we'll spin a tombola, the tombola of dreams.
In the meantime, we'll be right back, as I believe Weird and I will want to go and get a drink so we can wet our whistle, and we'll be right back in the next couple of minutes and carry on with investigations post-haste.
See you soon.
Hello everyone, we are back and once again continuing on with Ace Attorney Investigations.
Really?
Miles Edgeworth. Yes, of course. Yes, we didn't Twitch
Really?
games. But yeah, really, we didn't Twitch games.
Okay.
So, let's take a quick kind of step back. What are people's thoughts so far?
Starring WeirdFTW.
Let's take a quick step back. First of all, to mention that Shadow and I are appearing on an RPG. Oh, and yourself, Weird, are also appearing
I'm here.
on an RPG next Sunday on Scarfulu's channel. That's next Sunday, not this coming, not tomorrow. Next Sunday at noon, we'll be on Scarfulu's channel playing some Dungeons and Dragons. My first time playing D&D.
D&D
And mine.
RPG. Yeah.
Next Sunday.
Sunday.
It's mine as well. It's all very exciting.
It's D&D.
DM'd by Scarfulu is his first attempt. He's a bundle of nerves about it, but I think we're all very excited to see what can come of it. So
You'll
Yeah.
be fine.
definitely worth a watch if you have time on your Sunday afternoon to come tune in. That'll be starting at 12, I believe.
Yes.
But do make sure you're following Scarfulu for all the updates with regards to that.
Yeah, just a note with the D&D things. There won't be much sort of chat participation because Scarf wants to focus on his, he wants to focus on the game.
Yeah.
But we will,
Very fair.
we
Don't
and he will be checking the chat at breaks and stuff like that. So don't worry.
Right then. So, getting back to Ace Attorney Investigations, I want to kind of quiz my fellow voice actors about what just happened and the revelations that we just got, effectively.
Like Shamalamally.
Yeah.
I know.
You wish he was this good at doing plot twists,
Oh,
honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, with all the revelations is after the fact, we were probably all like, we should have seen it coming.
Well,
Yeah. It is kind of like
Yeah.
foreshadowed in a little way. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah, and
It's a very
Yeah,
well put
yeah.
together story. Though.
Kate,
I didn't expect Bad to be included in
yeah,
all of
Bad's reveal
Yeah.
as the third
Yes.
leg of the Atagaratsu is
Yeah.
fantastic. And of course, the
Yeah.
revelation that he was the one that held Edgeworth at gunpoint right at the start of the game.
Yeah, holy
Mhm.
shit.
He's a
The
good
Yeah,
specific
that was-
art that we got, like we got new art of that stuff. That
Mm.
was really fun too, because you don't often get that, like
Yeah,
Hmm.
true.
CGs, as it were.
Yes.
Yes.
Very nice. I love it. Kate, was this the first time they did a game where all the cases relate to each other in some way?
Yeah, I'd argue that. But well, I mean, like they all like even in game 1, they all sort of link thematically.
Yeah, they link thematically,
Like,
but
they're always linked thematically. But like in this one, they actually all
link
like tie
directly.
in.
Yeah, they directly tie into each other. Yeah. Oh, well, let's get started
I'm
then.
kind of, if I may still, I'm kind of curious now because I don't, either I was inattentive or it wasn't exactly well explained. How come did so-called alleged Callisto U get into Yatagarasu? Because they formed after a specific event, but how did she get into their group then?
By pretending to be the sister of the victim
That's-
of the
yeah.
case.
Yeah, but the thing is, they weren't exactly advertising that we're hiring for the third member of Yatagarasu. And she
No,
went,
but
yeah, I want him.
I assumed she just reads it in the newspaper and goes, "Hey, I found a way in."
Yeah, they saw that Byrne Faraday lost the case. She could then potentially manipulate him, saying, "Hey, I'm a defense attorney." Yeah.
Unless it was, I mean, if it was her who actually was the brains behind forming the Yatagarasu, then it would have made sense.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it's implied that she was. Though.
Yeah, because she calls herself the one true Yatagarasu. So you could argue that maybe she was the mastermind, as it were.
Also, in other news, I really like voicing Bad. It was fun.
Yes, yeah, you did good.
Yes.
You've done a fantastic job as Bad. It made me think like, I wonder if Bad comes back, we're drifting like because I know that Bad does come back in 2. In like a flashback scene, but he's like through the entire case. So you'll be doing like an entire case with Bad.
If he does come back, I'm willing to keep him. I really enjoy voicing him.
Cool. I don't know. Well, there we go then. I will. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let me start on this this bit then. March 15, 12:07 a.m. Theatrum Neutralis lobby.
So, now we know who the Yatagarasu really was, and yet there remains much to be resolved. Much to this case that needs to be resolved.
Like how the weapons crossed country lines, for example. The 2 countries have incredibly strict security systems and entry procedures. Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to have smuggled them in.
Smuggling them in, huh? We will need to open a new line of investigation on just this aspect alone. Before we do, I would like to go through my evidence once more. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged.
Hey, there's a VCR here, sir. Now we can see what's on that tape Detective Bad gave us.
Yeah, instead of this pelvic bone, they've been watching the whole case.
No, that's the Steel Samurai.
Yes, still Samurai. This piece of evidence from the KG8 incident hidden from sight 10 long years. I just know that this is related to the current case somehow. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play the tape for us.
He still calls him Detective Bad, by the way. Gumshoe
Yes,
does.
for me.
Yeah.
Sure thing, sir.
Also, I do like that they remove evidence that you don't need anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very useful.
That's super useful.
This man, it's Manny Cochin.
And he's holding a knife in his hand.
This looks like footage from a security camera at the entrance of an apartment building.
An apartment building? How do you figure that?
Unlike you, I actually read the summary file. I actually read the summary file of the KG8 incidents.
Whoa, okay.
The crime scene was the victim's own apartment.
So this footage was shot at the entrance to the victim's own apartment building.
At the trial, Mr. Faraday claimed that this piece of footage existed.
However, no one could find it.
Yes. Somehow, someone was able to steal it and hide it through a Mr. Ernest Amano.
I can see how this would have been a definitive piece, and why someone would want to hide it.
but it's a piece of evidence from a 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to the case we're working on now, sir. Plus, the statute of limitations is probably already passed.
Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Portsman to retrieve it, which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage to the ringleader.
Where?
Yeah. Wait, what was that?
Huh?
I bet you played just now. Please, show it to me again.
Oh.
This car. This is something we cannot overlook.
Why is that, sir?
Look. Look here, Detective Gumshoe.
Look.
This is the national flag of the Principality of Codopia. And because it has the national flag on it, we know this to be an official government car. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, what was a government car doing there?
Chilling.
Nothing good.
Ah, Miss Von Karma, Mr. Edgeworth. So you were here all this time.
Ambassador Alba.
Thank you very much for continuing the investigation, even at this time of night. I was so... Bleh. Sorry, I haven't had my pills. If only I was even a tiny bit more careful. This tragedy would never have happened. I am truly sorry.
This wasn't your fault, sir. This had nothing to do with how careful you were.
You idiot quackers! You couldn't chase after a simple thief! Now then, let's get down to the real reason why I came looking for the two of you. I would like you to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that?
Excuse me?
I heard you apprehended the thief that turned this embassy upside down. And we are in the middle of an event celebrating our country's reconciliation. We can't exactly have the police and detectives walking around here forever. You're scaring the visitors away, so I hope that you can understand how I feel.
Yeah, but we must finish our investigation and resolve the remaining issues.
Why don't we leave the rest of the Alabastion and Pablis police?
Ambassador, we are so close. Just a little bit more and...
Miss Von Karma, I'm afraid I've made up my mind. And without my permission, you can't proceed with your investigation anyway, right?
Just.
That's true, however...
As he said at the very beginning, this area can be considered to be Alabastion soil, in which case we are nothing but foreigners in their land. Is this really where our investigation ends?
Who's MIB?
I think that was drifting originally.
Drifting?
Well, there's so
Originally, but Bert,
there's so many of them, you know.
Yeah.
I'll have this one. Shifu, we found Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Shifu,
this way. He has two voices, it's fine.
Multiple personality stuff. It's very strange.
Yo!
Agent Lang, you're back on the scene rather quickly.
If I laid back and took a break, I'd lose the scent of my prey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Agent Lang, why have you returned?
Because I have to solve this case, no matter what.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't suspect you personally. However, a member of Interpol was just found to be a thief. So, Under these circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. After all, I believe our own police can handle things from here. They are quite capable.
He's going to bite you.
Boy.
At this rate, our investigation really will come to a close. You do that laugh so well.
Yes.
Ambassador Alba. I get it now. I really do.
Oh, I'm very glad you understand how I feel.
No, not that. What I was talking about is... I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder.
You... Okay.
No.
The...
Killer?
I just wanted Larry to just suddenly turn up and be like, "Ah, do you really mean that, Agent Lang?
Heh. Wolves don't lie.
Then who is it?
Well, let me first say that I'm not talking about Mr. Cochin's murder. That was all Sheena.
Oh, he means...
Lang Z says, the truth lies not at the exit, but rather shines outside the maze itself. The truth is unexpectedly simple. So let me ask you this. Who do you think was Damask II's killer? I'll tell you who. Detective Gumshoe! It was you, Franziska von Karma!
Wait, how? What?
What?
I was the killer?
There, you said it.
Wait, how? What? I think he's going into shock.
Lang, are you okay?
I do have a bullet wound in my leg.
Yeah,
He's losing blood. Don't worry about it.
he's going into shock.
Yeah, it hasn't been bandaged yet.
Yeah, from his brain first.
Yeah. Hey, wait, but that's impossible.
Yeah! Although, that whip is actually quite... Ow!
Hold your tongue at that ludicrous remark you were about to make.
Agent Lang, are you seriously accusing her of murder?
Yeah, I am.
He doesn't appear to be joking.
Where the hell did this come from? What the hell? Hey, sis. I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right?
Yes, he did. But what does that have to do with anything?
I'm getting to that. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you moved around rather freely between Alabast and Babal, did you not?
Objection! Objection! And where is your evidence that I am the killer?
Not so fast! I was just getting to that. Trust me, I'll show them to you in due time. Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring this case to a close, I'll need to inspect your office one more time. Will you grant me permission?
Things as they are, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I?
No, you don't. Good. Then let's move out. Oh, and don't even think about running away, sis. My pack will be keeping a close eye on you. You can bet your bottom dollar on that.
As if I would have any reason to flee. But just so we're clear, your logic had better be sound. Because I'll accept nothing short of a perfect explanation.
She seems rather upset, not that I blame her.
Also, so that we're clear, what's the bottom dollar?
I actually don't know. I just know it's from like an old
No, I just know it's a saying.
Yeah, it's saying your last dollar, I think is what it is. Bottom dollar. Bet your bottom dollar.
Oh, Annie. That's what you think.
That's the one,
That's what you're thinking, yeah.
Right.
Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff. I could do without the sun, it's too bright. I expected that you'd accept no less. But we'll see how long you can keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that.
Hold it! Agent Lang! As someone related to tonight's case, I request that you allow me to take part, and so that I may clean up my superior's mess.
Don't be so smug about it,
You are
Miles.
going to pay for that.
I guess I should. The more the merrier. Especially when it's a peanut gallery.
Oh, in that case, I want to join in too. I still haven't seen what it looks like in Alabasta yet.
If you let Kay in, then you gotta let me in too, pal. I can't sit around and do nothing. What?
No.
Say it again, man.
I mean, I was saying, Larry, this is your cue to get in as well.
I can't sit around and do nothing when Miss Von Calm is in trouble.
Hey, Gummy, let's have a competition to see who can save her first, okay?
Okay, I'll take you up on that. Okay, I'm fired up and raring to go.
This is getting very crowded in my office.
Surrounded by fools.
As a detective, I don't believe this is something you're supposed to be excited over.
Also, of course, I'll be the one to save her first.
Sounds like it's gonna be a real interesting. Ambassador Alba, I'll be bringing these kids along for the ride.
Lang is now babysitting.
Hands up! Very well. But I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance.
I'll have this whole mess cleaned up before you know it. Now let's go.
Don't touch anything, for fuck's sake.
Oh, is everybody coming? Holy shit.
Everyone's
Everybody's
good.
coming.
Yeah.
I'll touch where I damn well please.
They're all here.
Also, I just have to say, I do like Lang a lot as a
I
character.
do as well.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, I have to read this. Okay, fine. March 15, 12:53 a.m. Alabastian Embassy Ambassador's Office.
Nailed it.
Yay!
Yeah. In one.
This is the
Okay.
room with the birds.
Birds.
Yes.
Okay, now let's first go over the facts one more time. Mandy Coach's body was found over in the Secretariat's office in Babao. The weapon that took his life was one of Alabast's ornamental knives. And then the body of Damas II, Mr. Kashi No, was found here in the Alabastian ambassador office.
Did you just get it?
Oh, God.
Oh, this game.
Through our investigation, we found the murder weapon was the Prima Duck statue.
Many coaches died to obtain this information.
So, yeah, Manny Cochins are now boffins. That's there's loads of them, and they keep dying for everything. Like, want a cup of coffee? Oh, Manny Cochins died. Want to go to the bank? Oh, 5 Manny Cochins died to get your money to the bank. There's so many. And this is actually Babal's statue. This case, no matter how you look at it, sis, if it wasn't you, then there's no one else who could have pulled this off.
Lang, please.
Objection. Agent Lang, do you understand the full implications of what you are saying?
Of course I do, sis. And I'm serious. You were on the trail of the smuggling ring, and you wanted any evidence you could find. And so, while people were distracted by the Yatagarazu's appearance, you snuck in here. That's when you two ran into each other. And you that other thief who took advantage of the confusion from the fire.
Objection! I am wearing high heels. And even if all that were true, how do you explain the movement of the weapons?
Don't worry. I plan to show that you're the culprit behind that too.
She looks like she's about to murder him.
You had permission to investigate both embassies at will. With that kind of free reign, you could have easily taken weapons across... hey now!
Oh, whoa! He just grabbed the whip.
Oh, damn!
Yes.
Christ!
That must actually hurt because
Yeah.
I mean, he got shot in the leg and he walks it off, so it's
I'm
kind of
still-
in character for him.
I'm still hyped on adrenaline. It'll all be painful tomorrow. Look, sis. I thought I already told you I'm not messing around here. This case isn't directly tied to the smuggling ring. But Sheena certainly is tied to the smuggling ring.
He is right in saying that she is a member of the smuggling ring. However, the connection between this case and the ring, could it not be deeper than what any of us can imagine?
Way too many times in a row you've repeated the smuggling ring.
let's get this ridiculous circus over with already.
Franziska, you need to calm down because you only know the facts of the Alabastian side of the case. I don't believe you can see the case as a whole and therefore solve it.
What?
But don't worry, I am taking this seriously as well, and I will prove your innocence.
That's the only way to be, Mr. Prosecutor. Hey, detective! Yes, sir? How'd you like to learn how to grab that whip like I just did? I couldn't do that, sir. Why not?
I looked away for a minute. I thought that was a legitimate conversation going on. I was just like,
No,
It could
It's a
be,
bit-
honestly.
it's a bit I've had in my head for like 5 minutes now. It's like, she just whip me harder next time if I did. Oh, okay.
I have high heels and I know where to strike.
Then you
Ow.
have to grab harder.
But no.
Believe me, detective, you don't want to be catching that whip. You might end up with something stuck very uncomfortable in an uncomfortable area.
Some people pay for that, sir.
Stop! Whatever this is, stop it.
Well, some people do, but definitely not on your salary.
Well done, sir. Well done.
just
I'd like to report a murder.
just to offset all of this.
Can you come up with anything else that could top my hypothesis? Of course, your explanation has to solve the mystery of the moving weapons as well.
Of course, and I will. Let us now delve into the truth behind the murder of Damask II.
You do understand, don't you, Miles Edgeworth? This isn't just a confrontation against Agent Lang. If you can't figure out how the murder of Damask II is related to the smuggling ring, then it will mean the end of our investigation.
As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis, then the best I can do is walk this thin tightrope and see what I can do.
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. Let's get started.
Yes, let's.
Let's get it started.
Bye.
You can see a little bit of the bird's nest behind him. That's cute.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Border crossing weapons.
Yeah, one moment.
Am I boring you, Agent Lang?
Yes.
Yes, actually.
This game should have been in a pocket long ago.
One of Alabast's knives was used in Babal to murder Mr. Cochin. And the murder weapon in the killing of Damask II is Babal's Primoduc statue.
No one should be yawning. It's me. I'm so very tired.
Go to sleep.
Hey, I would like to point out that I've taken one person halfway across the city to some sort of incarceration, and then back again with a hole in my leg
Yeah, well, whose fault is that?
to deal
You're the
with
one
this
who's not
shit.
taking care of the hole in your leg.
I'm too busy. Somehow, these two objects were able to penetrate the two securities' impenetrable security. The only one who traversed the two countries just before and after the crimes was you.
In fairness, if I was going to kill somebody, I would have whipped them to death.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Doesn't help you, Francisca.
as long as I can't explain how the weapons moved about, Francisca will remain a suspect?
You got it, Mr. Prosecutor. So why don't you stop giving me a hard time? Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across the country lines? I've worked through every possibility. There's only one that's plausible. Your boss.
Agent Lang, what I've learned from you just now is that you've lost sight of yourself.
What are you talking about?
By focusing too intently on that which is in front of us, we become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Lang Ji never said anything to that effect.
Ooh.
You prosecutor! Who do you think you are speaking about Langzi's proverbs like that?
I don't need his proverbs, because my words are all you will need to see the truth.
Yo.
Dun dun dun!
Lame.
Rebuttal.
Border crossing weapons. Alright,
I guess we have to press everything.
I guess we do.
Hold
Hold it!
Press everything, but I do think it's like someone on the inside, if that makes sense. Like it's either Alba or the other guy. I forgot his name.
Or
Bueno.
I think it has something to do with the Steel Samurai and the thing. There has to be a way to hide those blades.
I concur that this knife crossed over country lines.
Good. But that's not the only thing that did. We mustn't forget about the other weapon. The knife was only one.
Hold it!
Oh.
So you're saying that the Primoduc statue was also brought over by Francisca?
Like I told you before, that's the only way it makes sense.
And where did I hide it now? Up my
That doesn't
arse.
make any sense, though.
And as
Sorry, I was not expecting to hear that from.
I like the idea that you say that and everyone like claps the hand on your mouth. It's like, and how exactly did she bring it over? Is what she meant to say, like.
curse my vivid imagination.
I haven't figured that out yet.
Fair enough.
Well, she has.
That's a rather weak statement considering how you are.
That man is still a virgin.
Oh Jesus!
Am I? Maybe. But there's one thing I do know for sure.
Hold it!
Oh.
I like where it's like, oh.
I've been doing that.
I know.
Every single
I know.
time. Every single time.
Impenetrable.
It's funny every single time.
Impenetrable? I should hardly think so.
You've seen the top of the wall between the two countries, right? Who in the world could cross over that?
Harry Butts.
Santa Claus!
Okay.
Yeah, not even I could climb over that thing with all that barbed wire.
The only way into either embassy is through the doors at the Theatrum Neutralis.
Also, at this point, it's no longer the Steel Samurai, it's the Drowning Samurai.
He's dead. He's dead. Larry Butters dead. He's just
The
dead.
Russian samurai.
No, don't forget, Larry puts his fine and well because Detective Gumshoe gave him an oxygen tank.
Yes.
I
Yes.
did that last
He can
week.
hold his there. He can hold his.
Yeah.
Get the destiny point.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
he definitely could hold his breath for 10
Plus,
minutes.
we know that Larry comes back because he does come back in a later case. So,
Oh, okay.
He lives somehow.
Is he slightly more? Is he slightly more blue?
no.
Yes.
And he
Yeah.
doesn't come back to haunt us.
Oh God.
So the only way for the knife and the Prima Duck statue to traverse the 2 countries.
But again, the case was in a case called Turnabout Time Traveler, so who knows?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. My
Yeah.
God.
Thanks.
It's only through those security camera equipped well-guarded doors.
And somebody must have noticed that.
Oh.
Was Francisca really the only person to have traveled between the 2 countries?
Larry,
According to the guards at both doors, she's the only one to go back and forth. The sis there is in Alabast when the Atagarasu shows. And then, just before you guys found Mr. Coach's body, she entered Babal. I think we can assume that when she brought the knife into Babal,
Objection! And how do you explain the primitive statue?
I haven't quite figured that out yet. However, the fact that 2 weapons crossed the border.
Yes, drifting.
Yes?
Can I just say, if that's his argument, then Miles Edwards is equally as suspicious of the whole thing, because we have been going back and forth between the 2 countries.
And
Yeah,
so is
exactly.
Lang himself.
But we have an alibi. We found the body of Kochin at the time that Damas 2 was killed. So,
yeah, but at the same, but I was there with you at the same time.
Yeah, that
when he
makes no
was
sense.
discovered. Yeah, it's just like
I don't know
oh,
what
so I
Lang is going
managed-
on about. That's
Yeah, so
my
it's
whole
just
point.
like, I magically managed to kill Manny Cochin while Edgeworth was standing right next to me.
Well, Edgeworth is your partner in crime, duh. You're both guilty.
Lemon?
Yes. Proves that the killer must have also traveled across the country lines.
The only things to cross the border are the primitive statue and the knife? I should hardly think that those are the only 2 items, Agent Lang.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Right, we're back to the start. We're back to the start. So what's our thinking? What's our thinking?
Right, let's have a what have we got in our pockets? Sis? Okay.
Sis, precious.
Oh, God. What is this episode tonight?
Really? It's
glorious is what it is.
it's different from any other episode?
Yeah, there must be other
It
things.
seems a
that
little more chaotic than usual.
I love it. I love it.
Hang on,
We're at peak weird.
what's the little
Well, that's because you're here.
golden,
Yeah, exactly.
golden thing? Next page.
This.
That thing. Yeah.
It's a pick.
Yeah, we have no
Oh, the
idea
guitar
what-
pick.
Ah.
That's because we're waiting for him to come back, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
proof that Clavier's been here.
Yeah. Clavier was the real murderer all along.
Oh, dear.
Oh no!
Also wet for some reason.
And I had free access to both embassies too.
We know the this photograph of the Yatagaratsu, quote unquote, does
Sorry, go on. Sorry.
well, it does show that someone was able to get between both embassies.
Or
Yes.
something.
Also,
I
those
think-
little
I
quote
think-
unquote hair picks have crossed
Yeah.
the boundary.
Ah, you're right.
I was starting to get that hint of foreshadow, yeah. I was like, I think she means the hairpins.
Yes.
I just think because the Yatagaratsu we know cross both borders in a way.
Well,
Yeah.
have we ever figured out what that is though? Like,
No.
is that human or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
But-
go on, Bert.
Go on, man.
I think this could be some sort of, if it's a coat or something like that, it could have been used to throw things across the enemy.
I thought it was the coat that Sheena was disposing of. Like, that's what I thought originally.
Clearly not. But But I feel that it could be another one. It could be how primitive statue was drawn across.
Well, you already
Wait,
mentioned.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait. That's got to be something, because that's the wire. Surely people don't fly, remember? That's the code.
So they want to cross. Maybe.
No. Think about it, Ebert. There's
Yeah.
wire in the thing.
They
so
used
they're pulling
it
that
to get the
across.
thing across.
Ah.
So it's not a person, because people don't fly.
People don't fly.
Objection!
Am I right, game? No.
No.
Lying about this piece of evidence.
Langsy says.
Yes.
Your evidence is bad.
No, that's not what Lang Z says.
Ever?
Wiki.
Confidence is like a soul. And the words without confidence are but empty shells. You shouldn't waste your breath on words that have no confidence in, Mr. Prosecutor. Although it's just as bad to say something in full confidence and be wrong.
Ah.
Are you going to let him lecture you about your self-confidence about like that?
I don't need to be overflowing with self-confidence. I just need to think rationally. After all, I only need to be confident in the facts.
Well, I think
That-
we're looking at the wrong.
Sorry.
Let me go through the statements again,
Yes.
please. I said go through the statements again, please.
Oh, sorry.
I've asked for a statue. Yeah.
No,
One of them Yeah.
I think the statement was right.
What was the wound?
No, I'm being an idiot. Because
No.
if the Primadex, we know the statues were switched, right?
Yeah.
So if the Babal's Primadex statue was used in the murder at Damas 2, then the Alabastian one had to across the border as well. So it's not; those aren't the only two
there we
objects.
go.
You are correct.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Babal's. You know that. That's Alabast. Present.
Objection!
There we go.
Agent Lang. Those two items are not the only two to cross the border tonight.
Oh?
Damatha II was killed with Babal's Primadex statue, yes. But if that's the case, then tell me, where did Alabast's Primadex statue go?
To Babao.
Precisely. And if the two statues really were switched, this means that both statues are smuggled across the border at some point. Which means that a total of 3 items were smuggled across the embassies.
I guess so. But you know what? It doesn't matter the number of items, only that the sis is the only one who could have done it.
Alright.
Because the only person who went back and forth between Alabast and Babal is her.
Whoa. I don't know what you're on, Lang, but just know.
Is that really true? Was there no one else who travelled between the two countries? Actually, there was definitely another person. One who paid a visit to both sides of the wall. Oh, I was right. I was just early. Objection! Is that really so, Agent Lang?
What a lousy time to try and bluff your way out of this. I checked out what the guard said, along with the security camera's footage. You're not going to overturn my hypothesis that easy.
Objection! Suppose there was some other way other than through the theatre doors.
What other way?
The other entity that managed to cross the border unharmed pointed out it would open up a whole new possibility. And though I hesitate to bring this out, as long as this entity exists, the impossible road becomes a possibility.
It looks like you've got some clever idea in mind.
I do, and I can show it to you through a single piece of evidence.
Fine then. Let's see this piece of evidence that will show me this other route.
This piece of evidence will show to us another way to move between the two countries.
Now,
By quote unquote flying.
Sure, I was thinking Fountain sprout. No, it doesn't mention anything about that.
Well, how?
Unless Larry found a secret tunnel.
Ethan, explain to me. Explain to me how the
Secret
fountain.
tunnel. How would that suggest the fountain sprout is an evidence?
Well, because it's in the fountain, and the fountain has a hole in it. But yeah, you're right. I'm just
No one's fitting in that hole.
Agent Lang, I'm sure you are familiar with this unforgettable photo.
The supernatural photo? Like I said before. Humans can't fly.
Well, they didn't.
No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well.
And don't start claiming that Sheena somehow grew wings either.
I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't dream of claiming that.
And I won't allow you to take back what you said either. I'll say it again. It's not humanly possible to fly through the air without wings. So you better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor.
The wire.
Yeah, the wire. How can I prove who it was
You
that
wanna
flew
talk
through the air in this
Francisco.
photo? What was that, Bear?
I was trying to offer Francisco a cough drop.
I don't. No, thanks.
Wait, not humanly possible. Eureka! Very well. You will have your explanation.
Sorry. It sounds like you have a good idea simmering inside that head of yours.
I think your adrenaline is wearing off.
Let's hear it. The face hidden in the photo's blurry trailed shadow is...
The Baal statue. Actually, no, because that was the one that was used in the murder. In that case, it must be the Alabaster statue.
Take that!
All right.
Yes!
Naturally, the shadow is the third smuggled object, the Primoduc statue replica.
You can't be serious.
Yatagaratsu, or rather Callisto Yu, dressed as Agent Sheena, was inside Babal. She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air.
This bitch empty. Yeet.
Ha! Mr. Prosecutor!
He's revving.
You left out a very crucial bit of your explanation.
I know I did.
She launched it through the air. Ha! And how exactly did she do that?
He is literally baring his fangs at me. But he has a point. How exactly did it move through the air like that? As long as it remained unsolved, we wouldn't be able to move any closer to the truth. Which reminds me, didn't he say this earlier?
Hey sis, remember that I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right?
So just before the murder, Francisco was called here, right into this very room. If that's the case, then that may be another avenue I can pursue. Agent Lang, in order for me to answer that question, I will need to hear testimony from Miss Von Karma.
Oh God. Hmm?
Oh. What are you up to now, pretty boy?
Earlier, you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba had called for her. And for that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer.
Yeah, I guess I did say something like that.
In that case, I believe it is my duty to ask her what her side of the story is.
Ha! Do you really think a criminal will tell us the honest truth?
How dare you! As I've said numerous times, there is absolutely no proof that I am a killer. I am the killer. Miles Edgeworth, don't tell me you suspect me too.
I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time, which is why I would like to hear about your movements in this room. Francisca, I feel that I still don't have enough information. which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case.
Which weren't you in the room with her?
Alright. So, what would you like me to talk about?
I'd like you to please testify to your movements in this room until the murder occurred.
Alright, let's try this your way for a change. But if what she has to say turns out to be a waste of time, I'll place her under arrest faster than you can howl, no!
As you wish.
Please don't turn into Darth Vader.
Movements in Alabasta.
Or as the really awful bootleg subtitles say, do not want!
As I said earlier, I was assigned to guard duty in the Alabastian embassy. After I saw the Seal Samurai was off on his way towards the ambassador's office, I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked up on the security situation. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Ambassador Alba to his office.
Francisca, I want us to make this clear from the very beginning. So, what I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred. Is that correct?
Yes, of course.
I see. For now, the only way that I can see for us to break out of this situation is to ask Francisca about her testimony in more detail.
Oh, okay, so...
Press everything.
Rebuttal.
Movements in Alabasta. Hold it! I thought your duty was to fact-find anything you could about the smuggling ring.
Yes, that was my job. But upon hearing that the Yatagaratsu had sent a calling card to the embassy, Ambassador Alba called upon us to protect the embassy instead. That incident 7 years ago, or have you forgotten what happened here back then?
Anything related to that case we were involved in appears to be rather painful for her. It's not exactly one I can readily forget myself.
It looks like you remember the case after all.
Of course I do.
I inspected every location, every possible escape route.
Every suspicious looking. Dang it, Burr!
And every aspect of the police's security detail. I did all that. Then, after that...
Hold it! So you were at the theatre as well?
Yes, and I suppose you were also there as well, watching that stage show?
Well, yes. So Francisca was there.
Well, after the show was over and I saw the Steel Samurai off...
I want everyone to go in on the O with me in a minute.
Oh?
Why did you need to confirm the degree of preparation for even the speech?
For security's sake, of course. What other reason could I have had? No one knew just how the Yatagaratsu had planned to get on getting in, right?
Yes, I suppose you're right.
And in the end, the Yatagaratsu did choose to appear in the Rose Garden. Even if it did turn out to be nothing more than a shadow. Ah! Who would have thought that she would use a shadow?
Ah! Calm down, Francisca! She must still be nursing a grudge over the fact that she couldn't figure it out herself.
And then someone else than herself was using a shadow.
Ooh.
Anyway, there was no one in the Rose Garden. And we were aware that the speech was set to start soon thereafter.
Hold it!
Oh?
At that time, Damaster II's body had yet to be found in this room, is that correct?
That's right. But Ambassador Alba was here. One could hardly miss his rather large presence.
A criminal will say anything to get out of getting arrested. How do we know you're not lying?
Well, if you need proof, I'll be happy to oblige you.
Seriously?
Like I keep telling you, when I arrived at this office, Ambassador Alba was already here. He was standing by the flower box on the windowsill, watering his plants.
I can attest to that. I remember speaking with the lovely lady around that time here in the office.
All right then. Add that statement to your testimony and let's hear some details.
So Ambassador Alba was in this room at the time, was he? New statement.
When I arrived, Ambassador Alba was watering the flowers on the windowsill.
Alright, let's keep pressing. Hold
I have a
it.
feeling like he wasn't.
For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know that Ambassador Alba was watering his plants at the windowsill?
She saw through a window.
What do you mean by that?
The entrance to this room is on this side, however, the window is on the opposite side. If what you say is true, then when you entered the room, his body would have been like a wall. He would have been blocking your view of what he was doing. Isn't that not correct?
I suppose it was a bit hard to see around him. But fortunately for me, Ambassador Alba is not an unmovable wall.
Hmm?
I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me. With a watering can in his hand. So it's only natural to believe that he was watering his plants, right?
I suppose.
After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He had obtained them himself and is growing them with the utmost care, you know.
Yes, and I'm over here now. The plants in this room, they're all like my children.
The passion flowers in the flower box on the windowsill are growing beautifully too. All 4 of them are in full bloom. Wait, there's only 2. There's only 2.
Miss Von Kammer, what did you say just now?
I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What about that statement? Do you not understand?
What do I not understand? I don't understand why a certain thing is the way it is. I'd like for you to append the statement to your testimony.
Very well.
Ma'am, you can count.
There's only 2 flowers when there should be 4. There were 4 large passion flowers in full bloom in the flower box.
Incorrect.
Objection!
Wrong! And also, that's where the quote-unquote hairpins are.
Yes.
Franziska, for some odd reason, your testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence.
It does appear that way.
Ha! I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust your words, sis.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Sir Edward! What are you doing discrediting Miss Von Karma like this?
Yes, sir. If you keep this up, she's gonna get taken away, sir. Ah!
All I've done is state what I saw. I have made not a single mistake in my testimony.
No.
And for this, I am still under suspicion for a murder. Is the number of flowers really that all important at this juncture, Miles?
Yeah.
At the very least, it is a contradiction in this enigmatic case. One that I find hard to dismiss as irrelevant.
Ah! Then let's hear it, Mr. Prosecutor. What does the number of flowers have to do with anything? What does it prove?
I believe the answer to that will become clear if we were to examine that flower box. How did this contradiction come about? There must be something behind this discrepancy.
My beloved flowers, I've grown them with the utmost care. So I ask you please be gentle with them as you examine them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I understand. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Well, there are 2 holes where
Please.
there should be plants.
Hmm.
I would look at the
Two
hole,
would be
my friend.
Yeah, let's just examine the flowers first. The name of these flowers, I believe they're called passion flowers. Despite being called flowers, they are actually a species of vine. They've been growing well and are well supported by these plant supports.
Of course.
Which we've seen before.
Yeah. No matter how I look at it, it looks like there are only 2 here to me. You realize, don't you, sis?
Are you back? We still got you?
I'm still here, but that's Lang's.
Your little lie has failed you.
No, sorry, the stream suddenly, like...
Yeah, the stream
Yeah,
froze.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it back?
Is
Yeah,
it
it's back
good?
now, but it
yeah.
seemed to freeze and we lost all sound for a second, so we became concerned.
Oh,
Just lost you.
my apologies. I don't know what happened to everyone.
Oh, you're back now.
You're back now, that's all that matters. Ah, Miles Edgeworth! Hurry up and shut this man up for me already.
I suppose I'll need to use some evidence to shut him up, won't I? I believe I have just the piece of evidence you require.
Oh? You do you? You have such confidence in your face of your current plight. But I highly doubt it'll last until the end.
You howl like a wolf, Agent Lang, but we'll see if you have any bite to back up that bark after you see the evidence. The truth the passion flowers reveal can be seen in this piece of evidence.
You know what bothers me at the moment?
Go on.
The orientation of the flowers that have been pulled out doesn't look right.
No.
Why would it be on a diagonal and not, like, a side?
We'll find out, I guess.
I mean, I think that because Ambassador Alba's pretty elderly, and if you pull them on one side, it's easier to spot that there's something wrong. But if you pull on the opposites, you can see there are flowers on one side, there are flowers on the other side, so that he doesn't notice anything.
True, he does seem to be visually impaired.
Take that! Sheena, who was supposedly in Babal, the entire time had these hair sticks on her that look exactly like the plant supports in this flower box. In other words, I believe it can be said that these hair sticks are in actuality support sticks for the passion flowers.
Yeah!
Heh, so what? Is this really that important to the case?
Yes!
Of course it is. It means
No,
that we
it's not.
found yet another item that was smuggled between the countries tonight.
Yeah.
Think about it logically, Agent Lang. These sticks were actually originally in a balabast, but somehow they wound up in Sheena's hands, who was in Babal the whole night. So make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow, just like the knife and statue.
Ah! Huh. Very well then. I want to hear from you exactly how they wound up in Babal.
How did these support sticks find their way to Babal and why? There must be some reason as to why they ended up there. Ah, so that's why. Agent Lang, if you please look at this and tell me its shape.
It's just another stick, isn't it?
And so it is. But the shape of the support sticks is what's important.
Oh!
But they are used with something in this room. That's when it all comes into focus.
They're bolts!
For the crossbow.
The object that completes the picture when used for the support sticks is the crossbow. Eureka!
My God. That's a crossbow. Wait. You're not really suggesting.
I am. These hair sticks, or rather plant support sticks, they make perfect arrows.
Oh no. Ah, yeah!
I've done
This
it.
is why she got this is how she got the wire spread between the buildings.
Oh, of course, yes!
I've done it. I found the common thread that connects the two offices. But this thread is yet to be completely untangled. Even using the arrows, how does this explain how the statues were transported? Furthermore, who could it been who fired these sticks as arrows? There must be a common thread that ties all these things together.
And it's made of metal.
Mr. Prosecutor, hold up a second. You do realize that what happens when you tie a statue to an arrow, right? They don't fly at all.
What was that sound?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
I
me.
don't know.
Just plugging my phone in. Don't mind me.
Oh,
I thought it was part of the game.
Water crossing.
part of the game.
A new evidence found.
It's like, ooh, new sound effect. Neat. No, it's somebody with their phone.
Oh, blimey.
So Babal's statue was draped in the Yatagarasu's clothes and then shot over here. Even if you fired the arrows from this side, they wouldn't go far with a statue tied to them. I don't think you need to tell you that the Prima Duck statue didn't sprout wings. You're a realist after all, aren't you?
He's a pragmatist.
The Primiduck statue didn't sprout wings? Of course they didn't.
Glad you understand. I feel much better already. I was afraid for a second that you were unaware of that crucial fact.
Wow, rude.
It's only crucial because you're under the belief that wings are necessary to this equation.
What?
You need to free your mind a bit more and let it fly like a bird on the wind. The Primiduck statues flew, but not on a wing. Allow me a bit of your time, and I'll explain this mysterious phenomenon to you.
What, did they fly on a prayer instead?
Yes.
Christ.
High five.
Yep, internet high five.
Hold it! But that incredible scene just happened to have been caught on film, resulting in this photo.
Ta-da! Ha! And what an incredible scene it was. This photo was taken by a freelance photojournalist, right?
Yes, so I hear.
And not every photojournalist is known to be honest, right? Especially not ones that sell photos of spirits and giant creatures to tabloids.
Well, you're right.
Yes, I know what you mean. I've seen those sorts of photos many a time in court. But there have...
I know I'm right, I'm an Interpol agent.
Yeah, but I was on the system in Sasquatch is real, tell you.
But there have been times when those photos have turned out to be telling the truth. If you have ever stood in a court of law, you would know that it is entirely plausible.
Ha! You really believe the stuff you're spewing right now? A courtroom certainly is a strange place, if what you say is true. There really is something odd about that photo, no matter how you look at it.
Hold it!
Oh,
We are in agreement that an arrow by itself would reach the other side, correct?
But just the arrow by itself is pretty meaningless, don't you think, Mr. Prosecutor? Because the things wanted to smuggle were a lot bigger than nothing.
No, that's not necessarily true.
What?
What I need right now is not further discussion of my conclusions, it's the launching of my conclusions. What the shooter wanted to launch was with the crossbow was not the statue themselves, but rather something a crossbow can launch that can be used to move the statues.
Why,
Hold it!
Oh.
The thing the crossbow launched. Allow me to show the answer.
Well, come on then. Show me what you got. But I warn you, I'll know when you're just bluffing.
This is what was launched from this Alabastian office with the crossbow. Ooh.
the wire.
yeah?
Wire, no.
Why,
The body of Manny Cochin.
I'm
Take that.
hungry for justice and facts.
Om nom nom nom.
Finally. Finally, we have reached this point in our discussion. For I present to you that which was carried by the arrow from the crossbow.
Ah, the stream's
Frozen.
frozen.
It got frozen.
It froze.
As in the stream, or
Only
No,
on our-
yeah.
only
Yeah.
on our site, only
Edgeworth is
Discord.
stuck.
Discord stream.
Before I present to you, oh, there we go.
oh, so
Oh,
so the Discord stream. Okay,
Yes.
It's- it's-
It's having a few issues.
let me go over there. There we go.
There we go.
It's now.
Ha! I get it now, Mr. Prosecutor. I can see exactly what you were trying to say. You're saying that the wire was tied to an arrow and then shot into Mr. Cochin's office. All the way from the fifth floor to the Alabastian Embassy.
From the fifth floor.
Okay.
Sorry, it's Larry.
Now Lang is just trying to count in French.
Down to the third floor of the Babalese Embassy. If what you're claiming is what really happened, I could see how Alabaster Prima statue could be moved. Gravity could be used to move the statue down the wire from the 5th to the 3rd floor. But then, what about Babal's Prima Duck statue?
Good point.
The dark shadow in this photo is clearly flying away from Babal. Going in the opposite way of gravity, from the 3rd floor of the Babalese Embassy, up to the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy. How do you explain that?
Just real good.
Ah, I think I finally see how the gears behind this whole trick works. Agent Lang, the motion used behind this trick, I wonder if perhaps you have yet envisioned how it works in your head.
Motion? What motion?
This is the motion that was employed to smuggle Babalese Primitive statue. It was a rotary motion.
Rotary motion.
I believe it was done via rotary motion. If the two statues were transported simultaneously,
Not so fast. Simultaneously, get real. The statues would collide somewhere along the way.
objection! Did I ever say that there was only one line of wire between the two offices?
Oh!
If you shot an arrow with the two ends of a wire tied to it, a circular belt can be formed.
Lang Z says, don't object and call a success what is beyond reasonability.
You just
Langsies.
made that up right there.
Mandy says a lot of bullshit, doesn't
Yeah,
I
he
am
does.
Lang Z, damn it! Taking into account the tension between the two wires, the top one would sag too much to the point where the statue would collide anyway.
Objection! Agent Lang, as you know, the Primitive statue is a one-of-a-kind national treasure, and the fact that the Babal statue is a hollow replica of the real statue, it would naturally be lighter than the real one, meaning that my idea is very possible.
Lang Z says, how?
Here is what I believe happened.
I really need to stop listening to Duran Duran before I go to bed.
Miss
It
you,
makes me hungry like the wolf.
Miss you and her mystery co-conspirator set themselves up in the two different rooms. The co-conspirator bridged the rooms by shooting two ends of the wire down on one arrow. Then, the two of them covered the statues and proceeded to transport the statues. After the switch was completed, another arrow was fired, carrying the other end of the wire down to Babal, where it was to be disposed of. And to do that, Miss Yu hit the inside of the grandfather clock, QED.
This proves it, right, Agent Lang? That I'm not the killer.
Not yet, sis. I still haven't had my dessert yet. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? No, that's Edgeworth. Right is the your defense attorney.
The proof is in the pudding, as it were.
Pudding is a nice dessert.
Now they're just hungry and just.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah, like the wolf. So, do you think you can do it? Can you prove that what you said is what happened? Because remember, if you can't, I'll be taking a certain someone back home with me as a souvenir. Oh my.
Smuggling.
Okay.
That's
I agree that as long as there is no proof, my hypothesis remains just that. However, what I have laid out is no mere hypothesis, but there is one more piece of evidence.
One more? This should be interesting. You think you have a piece of evidence that can turn your hypothesis into fact?
Okay, so just quickly, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. We're not going to finish, but we can't finish the case tonight. We're definitely not going to finish tonight. But I think we can make some good headway if we go for the next half an hour. Do you think you can talk with your household, Kay, and see if you can arrange?
Yeah,
that?
I'll see, but I might have to go anyway because I'm feeling unwell.
Oh. Yeah. If you're feeling unwell, you don't worry, all right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go talk to them, see if they know I'm feeling unwell, because it could be a lot of things, and then let them know.
Okay.
45, you said?
Well, yeah, it would go past what
That
that's.
is automatic.
Yeah.
But
It'd go to
yeah,
45.
okay.
Basically, we go half an hour, that and 15 minutes, kind of overtime, as it were. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kay's not been speaking as far as I can tell, so like we should be good.
Cool. Is everyone else also okay to go until 1:30?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Half is fine, but only if Kay is okay and if they don't need.
If Kay, if you need to back out, you feel free. All right.
Yeah.
And also,
Drifting, you can take Kay
I mean, it makes sense.
if you want.
Brave Carnage. Oh my god, just popping in this case, LMAO. Hi,
Yeah.
welcome to the Silly Voice of Saturday.
Yes, you did drop in at an interesting time.
Indeed.
Okay,
Yeah. Well
I'll be right
then.
back.
sure.
No problem. Let's see it, Mr. Prosecutor.
Also, I was going to say, Lang, you can take someone with you as a souvenir. That's smuggling. That makes you just as bad.
That's
Or
human
kidnapping.
trafficking.
The thing that made it possible.
Or just straight up kidnapping.
The thing that made it possible to create a circular belt out of a length of wire, I believe that is right here in this very room.
Is it the?
Now then, I believe this is what made the circular belt transportation method possible. Any ideas? I have it, but
I mean,
The
I'm
fan.
guessing it's the roof fan.
yeah, roof fan. It's the only.
ceiling fan.
It's the only thing that would kind of make that motion.
Yeah, the only fan that is in the room.
Oh God.
Sorry.
No.
Ha! Looks like you dropped another bomb on us again.
Franziska?
Oh, the last piece to the trick are 2 pulleys.
Precisely. The ceiling fan doubles as pulleys in this case. And thanks to the fact that there is one installed in each of the offices, the ceiling fan made for the perfect pulley set for the wire to run on. This must be it. This is how the smugglers bypass the impenetrable security.
You really are something else, Mr. Prosecutor. I bet you figured it all out already, haven't you? You know, who's the real big hotshot that set up this real-life stage show is, don't you?
The person who set up this rather large and complex stage show needs to be someone who had foreknowledge of the existence of a ceiling fan in both the Alabestian and Babalese offices, and that passion flower support stakes could be used as arrows. The real mastermind behind this case.
Well, don't you dare make this wolf wait for his food,
Why are you so hesitant, Miles Edgeworth?
because we don't know.
Because if you can't say who it is, why don't you present something like you always do?
A single point of the finger here, and this case will explode into an international incident. However, it's already too late for me to stop the forward momentum. It appears that I have no choice now but to rush in.
It's Alba, innit?
There's a piece of evidence that will point us as the mysterious mastermind is.
So my gut feeling was right, basically.
The crossbow arrows. Take that! This smuggling could not have been possible without the use of the crossbow. Furthermore, the arrows that were shot by the crossbow were plucked, as it were, from the flower box in this very room. They were planted so long ago that the passion flowers had the time to grow so big that Miss Von Karma didn't even notice the arrows when she visited this room today. On top of all this, the fact that the culprit knew that both officers had ceiling fans tells us that the person had very detailed information on the embassy's layout. So as you may have already guessed, the person I am accusing of hatching this plan is the person who grew the flowers in the flower box with the utmost care. Thus, it can only be you, Quercus Alba.
Yo!
That could only be you, Larry Butts.
I mean, pretty much as soon as he was trying to put a stop to the investigation,
Yeah.
I was like, that's sus.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's sus as shit.
Yeah, that was very sus.
Are you out of your mind, Miles Edgeworth?
I'm certain of what I am saying, and I'm sure that he is the culprit.
Tell me, Mr. Prosecutor, what was the ambassador trying to accomplish by doing all that stuff you just outlined? Why in the world would he need to use a trick like that?
I understand your need to doubt me. However, there is one thing that stands out to me as very odd.
Just one thing, huh?
But one single end result Ambassador Alba sought to obtain. If we were to examine the focus of this complex trip, I believe we will finally find the answer to everything. Everything will become clear once we examine this piece of evidence. The statue.
That's you.
Take that!
Have you picked the right statue? Oh, yeah.
I would fully understand the reasoning had the situation been the reverse. However, to go through the trouble of swapping the real Primodex statue for the fake, I sense a very shady reason for such a bizarre action. And who better to ask for that reason than King Primodex himself?
I see. Ambassador, we'll be examining your statue now, with or without your permission.
Oh, Wow,
That's
that's
a lot.
quite a long pause.
Yeah.
Alright
Turn it
then,
upside
let's have a look.
down.
Well, there's the handprint that we know is there.
Yep.
These are Mr. Cochin's fingerprints. The fact that they're on here suggests that the statue once belonged to Babal.
Who was doing cake? Was it
Drifting.
I can do
No,
it.
I am back.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
If
Yeah.
Are you okay to do it, though, Kate?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Shit was smuggled in from Babal to Alabast, huh?
Why was there a need for them to smuggle it in?
Because it's got something.
Pointy end.
Oh. Okay.
This guy kind of looks like the Steel Samurai, don't you think? Maybe it's because they look alike that he was picked to be the Goodwill Ambassador?
I suppose that's possible. Take a look at the area around the base of his neck. It looks like a gap.
Hey, you're right. Maybe it's meant to be some kind of secret?
Perhaps it's possible to open the statue from this gap in its construction.
What?
Oh, no, that's
That's
not.
lying.
Oh, God.
Hurry up and
Doing your
open it,
life
Miles.
now.
Alright, here goes.
It's the plates!
Yes.
Yes. For the counterfeit money. Yes.
Wow, it really did open up. Hey, what's this thing that fell out?
Huh? I believe a more thorough examination of it is required.
Also, Kate, are you good to
Yeah.
keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't push yourself, Kate.
Yeah, and are you feeling good enough?
I am okay. Thank you for checking in. But the main issue is that my configuration is such that it usually has like the left screen showing. the one where your dialogue usually is. So when I like something else, I'll be like, oh wait, I can't see the thing. So that's why that's why like just now I have been delayed. That is the only reason.
Okay.
Okay.
What in the... Is this...
Hey! Is this what I think it is?
It's a plate for making counterfeit bills.
Somehow, it appears that we've at long last arrived at the exit to this complex labyrinth. We finally hold within our hands one of the counterfeit money plates, and the reason why the replica was smuggled into Alabasta to begin with. The Primaduck statue can only be handled by the ambassador or the secretariat, and the replica is nothing more than a hollow shell covered in gold. These two circumstances make the statue the ideal object in which to hide contraband. After receiving the statue containing the counterfeit plate from Sheena, the ambassador had the misfortune of accidentally running into Damask II. Surprised by the thief, the ambassador raised the replica statue at Damask II and
Killed the man.
then, in order to frame the steel samurai of the murder, he covered the samurai sword in blood. Well, Ambassador Alba?
You're the leader of the smuggling ring? My country is a mess! And it's all because of you!
You're the one who killed Damask II?
Answer us!
I don't like when his eyes get away.
I never thought that you would figure things out to this level. However, there is one point I disagree with you on. The head of the smuggling ring was Mr. Cochin.
Quit I think that's supposed to be quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can keep to whichever version you want.
Quit screwing around! I have no sympathy for someone who would try to pass the guilt onto a dead man! If there is one thing I'm sure of, it's that you're the real ringleader, Quercus Alba.
It's not good to speak with such subjectivity, you know, Agent Lang.
Subjectivity? My conclusion is anything but, and is the result of logic and investigation.
Then why did you put the blame on Francesca first, sir?
Logic and investigation? Only seconds ago you were ready to arrest Miss Von Karma.
It didn't
Called
have
it!
It
I
didn't
did-
have to be his logic and
I
investigation.
don't think we could give such flip-floppy logic any real weight to you.
Ha. You got me there.
Huh?
It looks like you still don't get why I came back.
Excuse me.
You see, the reason I came back is so that I could sink my fangs into your wrinkly old neck.
That's gross.
Oh.
From the very beginning, my real target has been you.
Wait, what?
What is
Agent Lang, I demand an explanation.
Sorry, sis. I didn't mean to put you through all that. I knew you were innocent from the very beginning.
You did?
I knew that this whole incident has been meticulously planned and prepared for. So naturally, the occupant of this room, Ambassador Alba, seemed the most suspicious. But without the ambassador's permission, we couldn't get in to take another look around.
Ah, so that's why you put on this big show to accuse Franziska of the murder.
That makes sense.
Using Franziska as
Harder
the
than you think.
using Franziska as the bait, you were able to gain us entry and investigative rights.
I
Now
thought
who's a dummy?
Yeah,
That
you
explains
wanted
why he
to
was.
know if
That explains why everything was like, I don't know yet. You know.
yeah. It also explains why it just seemed to come out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the other
yeah.
times that Lang has accused somebody, he's had a reason to. But Francesca's one just seemed to be just like, yeah, it's her.
It's you!
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know why, but you done it, didn't you?
Yeah,
Like I said, he's smarter than you think he is.
yeah.
Yeah. If I hadn't done that, I doubt the ambassador would have given us the okay to poke around.
So that's what all this was about. Very well, I will forgive you. But in exchange for using me as bait, you will take some responsibility and help us find the truth.
Agent Lang, for giving me such a great opening. I thank you.
You know, I just knew, Mr. Prosecutor, that somehow, if we were able to find some proof by investigating this room, that you would be able to figure out the real culprit with your special brand of logic.
Oh, character development!
The evidence detectives collect combined with the logic of a prosecutor. That's just as it should be. In a prosecutor-detective team, right?
Tch, I don't know about that. But one thing I know is that I'm itching to see that old man get what's coming to him.
You're quite scary when you want to be, aren't you?
I'm more scared of you, honestly, Alba.
You're the one who was planning to use me to push all the guild onto the sis. But unfortunately for you, you misjudged me.
Hello.
Hello, Kimi?
My microphone.
Yes.
Briefly started.
Yeah, we hear you.
Agent, I wish for you to stop trying to intimidate me.
I'm not trying, I'm very good at it.
What we need right now is evidence and proof. I wonder if you have what is necessary to prove that I am the head of the smuggling ring.
Objection!
No,
Objection!
but she does.
Don't be such a sore loser. If you really are the head of the smuggling ring, then you should acknowledge your crimes with dignity.
Dignity? That is nothing more than a fool's insincere display of strength. If you really wish for me to acknowledge my crimes, then I would like to first see some of this thing you call evidence. I tell you, I knew nothing. Really. I didn't even know that a counterfeit plate was hidden inside that statue.
Objection! You swapped a real statue that vested in your country the authority to rule for a fake? It doesn't make any sense that you didn't know anything.
It doesn't make sense. Where doesn't it make sense? Can you prove that it doesn't make sense?
He's really got us. He's turned the entire situation around against us.
Proof that Interpol has been after which points to this man as the ringleader. If we can somehow find that proof now, then we can see that justice is finally served. Is there nothing I can use to break this case wide open?
We have to have some.
The trump card and the videotape. With those two items, we might be able to finally bring this man down. But the card is evidence from a case that Mr. Faraday hid away in secret. And the tape was stolen by Detective Bad from the police. They're both illegal evidence. No matter what, a prosecutor of the law can't be allowed to use such pieces of evidence.
Tell me about it.
But
Did anyone have this wrong?
Yeah, Burr.
I think.
Oh.
Needless to say, Weave and Karmas are commanded to achieve nothing but victory. And by any means necessary.
The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. That's what we fought at the time.
I no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma, and I won't follow the path of the Atagoratsu. This leaves me with what? What creed will I believe in? I want to pursue the truth, and I will sully my hands in illegality. If I want to pursue justice, then I will lose the truth. What is the law and what is justice? Which path? Yeah.
He's having an identity crisis.
Is this Edgewood's? Is this his origin story as an assassin?
Which
That
path?
is his origin story for the next Edgeworth game.
Which path is a prosecutor supposed to follow?
Turns
The
out
next
he's
game is called
Batman.
The Prosecutor's Path.
That choice is what I must make by my own hand, here and now. Well, what do we say, people?
Use
Oh, I
it!
Don't use it.
I don't know.
Oh!
Use
Truth
it.
or justice?
It's truth.
Yeah, I go for the truth.
There is no limit to the law. Any limit that exists was set there by man.
You're
When a person goes beyond that limit, then the law, too, crosses into new territory. For what reasons were laws invented? The answer to that is what I must now show. Ambassador Alba, I wonder if you might recognize this.
Oh, I wonder what that card is. I've never seen that before in my life.
It's a directives card used by the leader of the ring to relay instructions to his subordinates.
Oh, is that what it is?
This card was sent to the real culprit behind the KG8 incident 10 years ago, a man by the name of Mr. Manikochin.
Oh, that prick. Why do you have such a card in your possession?
Because it was hand-delivered to me by a certain great thief, the Yatagaratsu.
The Yatagaratsu gave that to you? Don't talk nonsense and let's be serious, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you have any proof that the card contains directions from the Ring Leader?
I'll have you know that the card is not the only thing I was given.
What?
This contains security footage that was shot just before the start of the KG8 incident.
The KG8 incident.
The card and the video. These two pieces of evidence are what will seal your fate.
Oh, very interesting. I must admit I'm very curious now. Very curious indeed in these case-deciding pieces of evidence you've presented.
Pray the Yatagaratsu has been chasing all this time now stands before me. I can't allow this man who has had free reign over 10 long years to simply walk away. Now is the time for me to bring to fruition the valiant spirit that was given to me.
No.
When I
Much
go ahead. I was just noting that like it's really late. Please go to bed, Edgeworth. Go ahead.
He's sleep
Wow.
deprived. We've been over this.
He's
Much
so
fun.
tired.
One of those days he will go to bed.
Today is not that day. Go ahead.
March 15, 1:34 a.m. Theatrum Neutralis lobby. Edward, go to bed.
So, what is this interesting thing that you wanted to show me?
The trump card and the videotape. These two pieces of evidence together make for the ultimate hand. And this is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized. Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir.
You see here's the security footage shot just before the KG8 murder occurred. In this footage, we know that the card is a directives card from the smuggling ring. This is the section that proves the card was used to relay an order. You got the card in his hand, come on.
Well, wouldn't it be the
Yeah.
knife in his other hand? That's what the directive would have been, wasn't it? Oh, okay, never mind.
As you can see, Mr. Cochin is holding the card in his right hand.
Okay. I see. I know my eyes are closed, but I can see. The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it. Yeah. That card and the one you have. Just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are, does it now? That one could be an Uno card for all I care.
But this is not from an Uno deck, sir. There is a very easy way for me to prove that they are in fact one and the same. All we have to do is
That was
simply
one of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Reverse cards.
all we have to do is simply take a look at this. The blood. This dark red blood. Yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders on this card were played out in that terrible tragedy. blood belonged to the victim of the KG8 incident. With a bit of DNA testing, we can easily verify that as a fact. If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. This car that passed by in front of the victim's apartment building is an official Cadopian government car.
What?
Detective Gumshoe, could you please magnify the footage?
Zoom in and hands.
Zoom in and hands.
This area of footage directly links the smuggling ring with Cadopia.
It's in the mirror. Car mirror.
Yeah, it's a mirror. There's a reflection.
Take that!
This section will make it all clear to us.
Oh.
Oh.
You must be very tired, Research.
I'm so tired.
If you continue presenting completely irrelevant evidence like this,
Sorry, Mac.
That's alright.
your investigation may fall apart. Perhaps it's time for you to retire.
Wait. But I was so sure it was this area.
At least we can really nail it home that
Right, focus, Miles. The area...
Right.
Let's go to the pocket then. Alright, there can't be anything else.
Even out of his tie somehow.
The shape of this pocket and the directives card in it. It tells us that without a doubt, this person in this car is Mr. Cochin.
I see.
License plate on the car was also captured by the security camera. And with it, we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day 10 years ago.
Dun dun dun.
They get rid of those records after 5 years, I thought.
Which is why I can say with confidence that you were riding in this car on that day.
I think if you look closer, you could see somebody like holding a stick.
Oh my god, he's got Super Saiyan!
You've done well, boy, to make it this far.
No!
However, about your claim that I was riding in your car at the time, that's going to be mighty difficult to prove.
So you imagine in reflection.
How so?
The Principality of Codopia no longer exists. So naturally, all records from that time period also no longer exist.
Don't think that's how that
museums
works.
exist. That's not how any of it works.
Arrogance. What he really means to say is he's already erased all traces of them.
That's fair.
Are we finished here, boy?
The only weapon I have left to me now is this piece of footage. And we'll find out how that comes down next time.
On Silly Voices.
Oh, actually, I can't even save it, so we're going to carry on for a little bit until I can save it.
Okay.
But
To say, do you really think there's enough left for an entire screen?
Now it is that.
I don't think we've got
Oh,
enough.
there is. There is. Like,
it does go... The battle goes for a while.
one of my friends went till 3 a.m. from the time where I think Callisto U was revealed. Like, and was started at like 7 p.m.
Okay.
It's a while.
When I said 11 a.m., I meant 11, I said 3 a.m., whatever. You know, like, late. It took a while. It took way long.
What the? Ambassador Alba,
Yes, what is it?
you were once an army man in the service of Codopia, and it was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, correct?
Why the sudden backhanded praises, boy? Although, to be sure, the brilliant medals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Codopia.
Yeah, and I'd really love you to stop playing with them.
But now, I am the only one who owns this particular medal.
In that case,
Why, because you made it?
the only person it could be who is sitting in this car is you.
How do you figure that?
Look at that reflection,
By
boy.
the medal captured here in this footage. It is clearly the same exact medal as the one on your chest.
That I jumped ahead on.
Oh dear, that
What
face.
is going on with his face?
This is how it will be, but I won't look back. But this is the path that I have chosen. I think there's actually a to be continued coming up soon. So
Yeah, there's another to be continued, yeah. I don't know about soon, but it is coming up.
As soon as we find a save point,
You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me?
It's almost looking impossible, isn't it? For the lot of you to have come this far. Looks like I just might lose our little game this time.
You might lose the game this time. You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador.
Is that a fact? Very well. I've decided to confess and admit my guilt.
You're going to confess?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for him to call with diplomatic immunity.
And I will accept whatever punishment that may come as a result.
What the?
Regarding the Damas 2 murder, I admit it. I did it out of self-defense.
You're claiming it was justified self-defense?
Damas 2 attacked me, and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him.
I think we would have preferred that.
What a pathetic performance.
I'm not giving you one.
Okay, that's everyone in this game, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times.
Yeah, I do. It's fun.
If you wish to claim it was justified self-defense, then we will need some evidence.
It's always the evidence of you, isn't it? If that's what you require, I'll provide it. That man left a mark on me when he attacked.
What?
I'm going to drop my trousers, and you'll see.
No,
No,
no, you're not.
I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is proof that he is going to drop his trousers, isn't it?
No.
This is proof that it was in self-defense.
Game, don't you dare.
He bit my dick.
There is a child present.
I'm an old
Yeah.
man, and sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I should.
Oh, but Damas II didn't have a single weapon on his body.
Oh, God.
Talk to the
That's what I
hand.
thought. I thought she-
Hold
I
on.
literally thought he was about to smack her.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought he was about to give her head pats. Like, there, you tried.
It's nothing. Hold on. It's nothing to get worked up over because I hit the weapon.
You hid it?
I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it's in self-defense. I couldn't let it become public, seeing as how I am the ambassador. This is the weapon you seek, my special bonsai trimming shears.
Okay.
Oh, it's covered in blood. I was taking a sec to read.
He was trembling quite badly during our struggle. But that's when he grabbed the shears that were sitting in my office and attacked. So you see, it was an act of self-defense.
On his part.
You inflicted that on yourself for an alibi.
Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, it's enough to declare it so. I was wound data, Josh and I'm organizer.
No way.
Oh, which reminds me, I guess there is still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all of that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge it was going on.
Stop spewing nonsense. You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus in your desperation. If you want to get real honest, everything in this case can be connected to you.
The murder of Damas II was done in self-defense. In my trials, no man escapes his crime alive.
Oh, wow.
Perhaps so, but if you were my opponent in court, or if you were my opponent in court, However, there is one very important fact that I think you may have forgotten.
And what is that? Oh! Ah!
Ah! That's what you mean! Extraterritoriality!
That's right.
Oh, right, he's an alien, yeah.
This embassy sits on what is effectively Alabastian soil. So any trial that is to be held will be held in Alabast. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts.
Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this?
Agents investigate. That's our job. The judgment of people who have confessed to their crime, that's the court's job.
Ah!
And I've already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang.
So I don't
Furthermore-
think that's how that works because it's crossing country lines.
Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even on your country's soil. Therefore,
Diplomatic immunity.
no
Yeah, that's what
matter
I
where a
said.
crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts.
Well then, I guess you're going to The Hague. I'm still gonna handcuff you.
I'd prefer if
There
it
he
wasn't
is.
fought
There he
over here.
goes, man.
And your expression. That's nothing like the face of someone who is ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial system eating right out of your hands.
Might have.
These crimes you all speak so seriously of. To me, this has all been nothing more than a game.
Oh god, it's Squid Game all over again.
You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations, but it's no big deal. Alabast has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game.
These two layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he is one of those who cannot be brought to court.
You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers.
Yo.
Yeah, still gonna handcuff you.
Is there nothing we can do? To be continued.
Oh my
I guess we
Can I
can
just
go
say
to
that
sleep.
that does bring up a question for me. Like, I know diplomatic immunity is a thing. I know it doesn't go for murder, but what is he right? Is the point
Yes.
of where you're caught? Does that matter on what kind of soil you
Yes,
are?
because there was a case relatively recently in an area nearby me where a wife of it also expands to a diplomat's family because the wife of a diplomat was driving on the wrong side of the road. She came from the US and killed a young man who was cycling the other side, and there have been numerous efforts to get her back from the US so she can be tried like properly, or at least tried in the US courts. But because she's wife of the diplomat, she's immune. She's immune, and the US won't hear anything about it. So we're shit
That
out of
sucks.
luck, really.
That does suck. It does.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll continue this next week, and next week will be the conclusion of Ace Attorney Investigations. I want to thank everyone who's joined me tonight. Of course, Burr,
Yo.
Drifting,
Good evening.
Lemming,
Yimmie!
Shadow,
Yes.
Kay,
Bye.
and Weird. I'm not going to shove you all over to someone. I think we're just a bit. We're scarf streaming?
We're all tired.
Yes.
Sounds
Yes.
He's playing Final Doom.
In that case, we'll rate.
Oh, yeah.
More Plutonia.
Our fellow game
Ultra
blaster.
violence.
In that case, why
we should
not?
go bother Scarf if he's still playing.
Yeah, if Scarf's still playing, we'll bother Scarf. I'll just quickly, there we go. Get in the raid count, all of you.
Donate
And
to Game Blast.
And the raid phrase is simply going to be what's raid phrase? What?
Objection.
Objection.
Arlene with the 300 bits.
Oh, thank you so much for the bits, Arlene. I do appreciate that.
That's so nice of you.
Grab your wrenches, grab your thonks, and send over the objection. That's what it's going to be. We'll see you all over at Scarf's channel.
Yeah.
Here we go.